Yo, what's good, everybody? This is your boy, Out from the Norm 18, aka JTL, back with another one. I'm glad y'all can join me. Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way in. First time checking us out, make sure you subscribe as well. So, this is going to be a type of show that we really need to have tonight. And the reason why I say that is because, fortunately, another young brother lost his life out there in LA. I'm sure a lot of you already heard about PNB Rock, God rest the brother's soul. Man, sadly, it's something that we still have to take as a learning lesson. You know what I'm saying? The way a lot of young guys move these days, and whether it's the person that's, did the crime or the person that was the victim of the crime. We have to really start having these conversations as men. You know what I'm saying? We hear the conversations a lot. And it's sad to have to use examples, but being real, sometimes that's what it takes for people to really pay attention. Before I get started, I'm going to have my boy JVJ say what's up to the people. So you go ahead and come out the back room. Jay, just say what up to the people. Let them know where to catch you at real quick. Unmute.
I can't just sit in the back and just enjoy myself.
First of all, to come back on camera, mute it. You've been doing this too long.
I wasn't planning on coming up, nigga. God damn. Either way.
Hey, but check this out real quick before you let them know where to catch you at. That's a nice shirt, man. It ain't one of them ugly ass Hawaiian shirts with the pockets on it that you be wearing. That's a nice shirt. You look like a young professional brother. Go ahead.
And go fuck yourself. First off. But besides that, look, man, y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy Let's Talk with JVJ. Y'all can catch me over on Let's Talk with JVJ. Y'all can catch me over here on the JVJ Network. One of these days we're gonna set up and we're gonna do a collab on your channel too, for a video, some shit like that. Get it popping. But
we did that one time, but we'll do it again.
Yeah. But make sure y'all sub to my boy Out from the Norm 18. He need to write his link in the chat if y'all are watching over on a different channel. And then make sure y'all subscribe to the JVJ Network. I'll make sure I put that one in there for y'all later. And if y'all got time, man, if y'all haven't subscribed to my channel, man, make sure y'all subscribe to Let's Talk with JVJ, man. We're trying to build up this community over here, man. But yeah, that's all I got, man.
All right, appreciate you, brother. So back to what we were talking about. So back to what we was talking about, man. This is something that's real. It's a real thing, conversation we need to have because it affects our community a lot. Especially you got young men out there being productive. It's the mindset we have to work on. And I always say with the youth, you have to do that because a lot of brothers are getting killed younger and younger and younger. So PNB Rock was 30, but Pop Smoke was 20. So that's the age range we're having. And I'm sorry to call it out, but especially when drill rap hit the scene, it really got crazy. It really got chaotic. But that's more of the gang scene, and it's the influence that they put into the music. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difficult task. I ain't gonna front. That's why I say it starts at home. That's the best thing we can do. First and foremost is starting at home. Then you move out into your neighborhood. Then you move out into your community. The best thing to do is look around your inner circle and see if there are things that you need to work on. Because if more people do that, that'll help us a lot more to make the task not more simple, but actually make it probable, make it more possible. You know what I'm saying? And that's something
more
that's
better.
very, very important. Or more better, like JVJ always say, more better. So the way we're gonna start this off, like we said, you know, the young brother PNB Rock, independent artist, but well known. He had like over a couple million subscribers on IG and YouTube music and stuff like that. So he been doing this thing for a minute. Had some hit songs, did some work with Drake, did some work with Hitmaker, a lot of big artists. Kodak Black, he cool with, you know what I'm saying? So he was doing some stuff. And unfortunately, he went to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle out there. And I believe they said it was like in either Inglewood or Long Beach, one of those locations. And while he was out there having dinner with his girl, his daughter's mother, dude came in and what the rest is, what happened. Now, they're talking about, and we need more facts to come out, but so far, this is why I wanted to have this conversation, because this is something that's crazy. So they're talking about while they were eating, she posted the location. So everybody is having issues with that. And I ain't gonna front, I have issues with that. I remember being somewhere and my ex, she wanted to post locations, and I'm just not with it. I'm a little more private. Coming from the neighborhood, the city I come from, we know how you got to be careful how you move and things of that nature. So while I'm talking, Jay, you can go ahead and get the first video ready that I sent you where he's talking to DJ Academic. But he's going to talk about how in the past, and this interview is recent, but he talks about in the past that he tried to tell his girl to be more mindful about things and listening. You know what I'm saying? And it's really important because a lot of women don't listen. I'm going to give an example of a woman not listening in a situation that I was around. But he's going to talk about that, and that's what made people pay attention to this location thing. So, Jay, if you see anything, hear anything you want to talk about, you're always free to jump in there, bring up your point or whatever. So when you're ready, go ahead and start the video.
Hold on real quick. Before we even get into it, girl Embrace Grace came in here and said, good evening, all. Please press the like button upon arrival. Shout out to my girl Grace. And yeah, y'all push that like button if y'all haven't before. And well, push the like button, period. And then hit subscribe if y'all haven't. And then Quick came in the building and said, what up, fellas? What it do, Quick? What it do? And yep, you said play the video. Let's go and get it.
You know the craziest thing about that situation? By the way, like you said you've lived in LA. Yeah. Like LA's always felt a little spooky to me. And just tell me, and it's fine. You tell me if it's just me being pussy. But like just LA, I think because LA is synonymous with the death of Biggie, death of Pac. Yeah. And I think it's just so much where like niggas might be like ganged up other places, but I've never seen gang culture over there. It's just so serious. Crazy.
I ain't gonna lie. I went through some shit when I first like was having in LA with some niggas from Grape Street. These my niggas to this day. You feel me? 03 Greedo and them.
Yeah.
You feel me? They try to do some type of shit, but they saying that I wasn't on that shit. You feel me? Like they try to approach me on some cool shit, but I'm just knowing too much. I'm from the trenches too, so I'm just like not paying it. I'm not taking it lightly. You know what I'm saying? So I'm clutching and all that. Like I'm like, bro, what is y'all niggas trying to do? Like I'm going off of the energy. Fuck what you saying right now. I know what you saying, but it's like I'm getting it too. You feel me? Like I'm not slow. I'm not no fucking dickhead. It's like, what's going on, bro? Like what y'all trying to do? Like and when they peeped it, they're like, oh no, this nigga ain't no fuck nigga. Like he on some shit. Like we really could fuck with this nigga. Like on some real shit. And when they peeped it, like they started like getting a little bit more lackadaisical, and it's like, all right, we could talk. You feel me? And they try to test me like on some test me shit. Like, they was just like, yeah, come to the hood. You feel me? Like, come to the hood. Come to the hood. I went to their hood. You feel me? With strapped up. You feel me? Like I went with my niggas. Like it was like 3 of us, and we wasn't crazy deep. Because I just be wanting niggas to know, like, nigga, I'm like y'all. I'm just like y'all, bro. You feel me? Like I'm just like you. I came from the trenches, and I want niggas to like. I don't know why I used to be like that.
It's that respect, right?
It's like, I don't know why I used to always have that. Like everywhere I go, I wanted to touch the hood. Like,
And it's also to kind of let them know, like, yo, y'all built from the same topic. Because sometimes people, they'll judge off, they'll think that, oh, it's only niggas that come from where we at built like this. And
no kizzy. So when they seen that, though, them niggas respecting him. They like, oh, no, this nigga PNB coming different. You know how many niggas that we didn't ask had the same conversation with and told them to pull up to the block, and them niggas said they was gonna come to the block. Them niggas ain't never at 8 o'clock. Them niggas never pulled 2 weeks ago. Yeah, Roddy Ricch did the same shit when I put up the Roddy Ricch projects 2 different times before Roddy Ricch was even like super heavy. It was like, damn, bro, you just came out here like it was me and him. Me and him went to the projects. He like, bro, like you ain't got no security and none of that shit. Tripping. And it's like, bro, I got security, but I don't got security. You feel me? Like I be on my shit too. You feel me? So I be on angles. I'm already watching everything that's going on. So it's going to be kind of hard for you to get me because I used to do the same shit.
Like, that probably gives you a lot of like respect and shit like that.
Yeah, niggas fuck with that for sure.
But I ain't gonna lie, LA's gotten just weird and like I think during the pandemic, I've been just hearing too much stories like niggas getting watches taking off.
Somebody tried me on Fairfax like mid-pandemic. But it was like another one. Though? I don't know. I guess because niggas be sweet. You feel me? And niggas niggas see me with my family, nigga, they think I'm just out here lacking. You know what I'm saying? So it would be one of those type of situations. So where like niggas,
I hear that just walking up to niggas in like broad daylight, like, yo, give me your chain. Like I'm like, yo,
niggas try me on some. It be like every time that, Jay. All right, let me go to the chat real quick. Got Marcus in the building. Say, yo, shout out, salute to Let's Talk with JBJ. Then we got Love Lace says, salute, new subscriber in my first live. Looking forward to understand where this conversation goes. We appreciate you for showing up, Love Lace. Definitely appreciate you for subscribing. Make sure when you get a chance, I don't know which channel you subscribe to, but if you can, we appreciate it. You make sure you subscribe to all 3, which is my channel, Out from the North 18, as well as Let's Talk with JVJ, and also the JVJ Network.
I'm gonna get on my grind, man, and I'm gonna get on my grind. I'm gonna go ahead and put all those links. Hey, Grace, actually, can you do that for me? Since you up in here, can you just grab the link to Ops channel and grab the link to the JVJ Network and just paste them in there, just a URL, paste it in the comment section. But keep going, my bad.
And then Red Illusion says that street cred don't mean shit when you're in a coffin, dumbass. All right, so this is the thing I want to talk about. And I want to get your opinion on this, Jay. I think this is where it's sad at. Like, we always trying to prove something. And I wish it was more so of, especially young brothers, man, in general, we try to prove more instead of the vibrato or poking our chest out that we're actually about something in life. You know what I'm saying? Like caring about the people around us, caring about actually having some kind of real career, caring about building a business, building people up. Versus trying to say, I'm from the hood, I come from the trenches as well. It's like, all right, that might be true, but it's a lot of people that come from the trenches that do stuff that don't glorify, like Judge Mathis. He come from the trenches of Detroit. He don't brag about that bull. Only thing he talks about being proud of making it out. He was locked up and he made that promise to his mother that he gonna try to make his change. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what's your opinions on that? Like, for him, you know what I mean? Just like, you know, talking about, oh, you know, from the trenches and all that. They seen I wasn't lacking. I'm this and blase squaza.
I get tired of hearing people talk like that. And I ain't finna talk bad on a dead man. That's something that, hell, depending on what the person done did. But a lot of our young brothers grew up in society like being taught this nonsense. Like you gotta be with the in crowd. And if you grew up in a very impoverished area, you gotta be with this street like bullshit. That's nonsense because that's what ultimately ended his life. And we don't know what was the reason, whether it was, well, I'm pretty sure you're gonna try to go into some speculation later on, so I ain't gonna go into that. But that's nonsense, man. That's nonsense. I learned at an early age, like, dude, I ain't about that. Like, I'll defend myself and I'll do what I gotta do, but I'm not finna put myself in unwarranted harm, any type of shit, just because I want to fit in with this crowd or anything like that. So that's my thoughts on that.
Yeah, I agree. And real quick, Lovelace says, absolutely, I would do both. Thank you. We appreciate you, Lovelace. Got Grace in the building. What's good, Grace?
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Been missing you, girl. Where you been at?
You know what I've been dealing with.
Yeah, I
So
tried to call you today. You didn't pick up the phone for me. I'm
I
sad.
know. I saw it. I copied the link, but how do I put it in? Do I go to the comments?
Yeah, just if you copy the URL up top, just paste it into the comment section and it'll pop up.
Okay, comments. Hold on.
Damn, she dropped out like that.
She got it. She gonna do it. Real quick. Hold on. I'm about to skip a comment. Tampa Supreme was good. Says what's good. What up? Then Red Illusion come in with the debauchery. Said come to the hood, Jay.
Fuck that. Been there, done that.
He gonna line you up like an edge, boy. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get back into the video, see what else he has to say.
Take your jewelry or some shit?
I don't know, but they be like, I be on shit, and I'm not where I'm from. We like sneaky criminals. Like in LA, it's like they bold. It's like they want you to know. They want to spark a conversation with you first before they get into some shit. Some of them might just go crazy. Like I know some niggas like that too. They might be on their sneaky shit too. But the majority of the times I got into some shit, it was like they just gave a drop up too fast. You feel me? So the second time I got into some shit, it was like niggas was just talking loud as shit, wanting me to hear their conversation. And it's like, I'm with my peoples. Like, I'm with my daughter and my girl. Like, why they talking about this gangster shit? Like, this around. Like, we outside, we on Fairfax. I'm like, man, you know, I already peed the blitz. We out.
Gangsters out there on Fairfax?
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm on Fairfax right now. So I'm like, man, we out of here. You feel me? Like, we going. My girl, like, no, we ain't. I'm like, I'm just going off of the vibes. Like, we out.
Is she peeping the energy? Because I'm
she ain't peeping. Yeah, she ain't peeping. She was thinking I'm tripping.
About women sometimes.
She be thinking I'm tripping. So, in the mix of all this, I'm like, no, we out. So she peeped it. I'm serious. She's like, no, we out. We drive probably like 2 blocks in the street. She thinking this shit a game. She pull over somewhere else. Like, oh, I wanted to go to this store right here. And then in the mix of me, like telling her like where the park at, it's like somebody just came fast as shit and took the parking spot, like the same spot that we. Yeah. I'm like, dude, they must have been following me or something, bro. How the fuck this car get behind me this fast? Like, I ain't even look. I look back and that shit was there quick as shit. And then when I walked past, like the car bombed out. Like this shit tinted to the max.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting all this heat coming from the car though. Like I'm feeling the energy coming from the car. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? Who that car? Like, you know, some other shit. I ain't go in the store for 2 seconds. The same people coming from out the car, hop in the store, hype as shit. Say some gangbanging shit, like some set. I don't know what they say. This is some shit out loud.
Set tripping.
But it was like something that I recognize the energy. You feel me? I'm like, what? You feel me? Like he like started talking to me with some gangster shit. Like I'm like, bro, do you know me? Like you know me from somewhere? He like, nigga, yeah, I know who you is. Trying to get me to like get into some shit. So I'm like, man, I flagged him off and I just walked out the store because I already know like what this shit about to go. You feel me?
You don't that make you nervous? If like you would like your girl.
No, that's why I be trying to be cool because you don't want to be nervous and make it seem like something about that. You want them to be as calm as possible. You feel me? You want your girl and your kids to be like making it seem like everything is cool. Ain't nothing about to happen to us. You feel me? Like we super good. So I just be cool. I just kept it cordial. I'm like, come on, man, we out. Niggas on some real shit. Yeah. You feel me? They got to the car, and when they get to the car, that's when I let niggas know like I'm not on that. You feel me? And I ain't gonna say what happened, but niggas know that I'm just not on that. Yeah. It's like, all right, he ain't one of them. You feel me?
At least they didn't take your. I heard. Well, I won't name the rappers, but I've heard of like 3 rap. Like it's so commonplace.
It's more than like, 3 niggas be getting their shit took, and it don't be spoken about because it's like, why you gonna talk about?
I hear it's so normal that. Like usually when you rob a rapper, like everybody knows. It's like, oh shit, that nigga got a shit to. Yeah. I mean, in LA,
it used to be like that. Niggas used to be like, oh yeah, we got such and such chain, but now it's like it's so common, and niggas don't want you to know they stole niggas shit. You feel me? Niggas don't want that shit to come back on them. Niggas is getting locked up. People is coming back for niggas. Like it's like once you get away with some shit, why you want to make that shit hot? Niggas ain't everybody ain't dumb.
Shit, but they ain't nothing for you.
No, I never got robbed ever in my life. I ain't gonna say never because I don't like saying never. I'm not suspicious. I'm not superstitious enough like that, but I haven't been robbed.
That's why I feel like LA spooky, man. Like it's just so bold. Like I'm seeing mad videos. It's broad. Like they don't even do it at night. Like night maybe, but broad daylight. That's when they really do it.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
And it's not one of those shit where they're kind of walking up, like hoodied up, like just trying to sneak through. They just walking like a regular nigga.
Hey, we got this shit.
Yeah, I'm like,
I don't know, man.
What the fuck is going on?
This is the new generation. You know that shit. Like everybody on some demon shit, demon time, this, demon that.
It's so funny because that don't happen like in Miami or whatever. Where's your face?
That's what do.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Bro, I know a couple niggas that got robbed in Miami, bro.
Oh shit!
Niggas got robbed in Miami.
Where's your favorite place to be? Outside.
Honestly, I like LA.
LA?
Yeah, I like it because like I said, I do me. I keep it towards like I don't really be outside like that neither. You know what I'm saying? To be like in the mix of the dumb shit. Where I'm at, I'm going to the shop. I'm gonna get some drip. I'm going probably to the bank. You know, I'm at places where niggas probably ain't really gonna be at on no gangster shit. They doing the same shit I'm doing. You feel me? And 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to the club. Niggas ain't gonna be able to catch me after no club, no strip club, none of that. That'd be where the shit. Nigga be out lacking. It's just like I'm just not doing it. Feel me?
No, I definitely agree with you.
Ain't gonna put. I'm not gonna put myself in those situations because I know what happened in those situations. You feel me? Like this shit.
Hey, what do you think about? And I think a bunch of people have said this. They said being a rapper is one of the most dangerous professions.
Pause right there, real quick.
I'm wondering, what do you think about?
So I want to touch on a couple of things you said real quick. Before I get to the whole location thing with this girl or whatever, one of the main things that bother me is we got so many brothers going out there, and I'm not trying to promote this. So hopefully people let me finish my statement before they think that's what I'm saying. I ain't on that dumb shit. But I'm sure you can attest to this or agree with this, Jay. What I get so tired of is you see another young brother doing this thing. He out there shopping somewhere. You there, and you might be shopping, but then you might got the little knucklehead, the little dusty niggas, you know what I'm saying, with the dusty mindset. Like, I'm gonna go try to disrespect this other black man, you know, treat him like shit, rob him, set him up, beat him up or whatever. But you in an area where it's a gang of other people that got money. But you don't be on that gang thug shit until you see another black man. Like, that's the shit that blows my mind. And like I said, I'm not saying go out there and try to touch nobody else's pockets or nothing like that. But I'm just saying, give us the same respect. Matter of fact, give us double respect. The fact that you see another cat out there doing their thing, they chilling, whatever, especially with their family, you know what I'm saying? And then you go over here, and then you gonna try to rob them, kill them, and all this. But you got all these other people that's there all the time on Fairfax out there, and you know, in the nice part of LA. So we can't go have a good time. Y'all will come at us, but then you will let Billy Bob Thornton walk through there and don't say nothing to him. But you want to mess with JVJ because he looked like you versus saluting him for both of y'all being somewhere they didn't think you would make it. Like, what you think about that, Jay?
First off, I don't even know why you had to rope me into that bullshit. I don't want to be roped into that. Name.
I just want your thoughts. I ain't saying God forbid it happen, but I'm just saying when we see that bullshit.
You just spoke that into the universe on my ass.
No, but God forbid.
Hey, God forbid. Look, hopefully he stop it. But it comes from, like, honestly, if you like, we can get deep into it. I really don't want us to, but that comes from the self-hatred that we have been indoctrinated into when it comes to black people dealing with each other. Like, it's something inside of us. Like, you know, because think about it, when you're growing up and you see like either your cousin or another dude you went to school with, I'm talking about elementary or whatever, and you see them getting praised by other people, that jealousy snaps in right then and there. And you don't want to see that person be successful. And a lot of people have to get out of that mindset and they have to grow beyond that. But it's kind of indoctrinated into us that we have to unlearn. There's a lot of things that we have to unlearn, but there's a reason why they're not going after Rick and Bob and Billy. He's out with Jane and the kids at the mall. He probably got more money than this dude flossing around in the mall right now with all his jewelry on. Probably got way more money. But you're not going to stick him up because you don't have a vendetta against that person, whether you know him or not. It's a mind fuck. And that's why I keep trying to make videos about doing self-reflection, man. Looking at yourself and try to figure out why people are doing what they're doing. But a lot of these people that are going out here sticking up people like that, they ain't thinking about shit. They think they about to hit a lick and they think that shit's sweet. And that's it. That's as far as their thinking goes. It's my thoughts.
Yeah, real quick, let me go to the chat. Actually, hold on, let me go.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's been a lot of stuff in here.
Yeah? Nah, we only missed a couple.
Did you get Damian Lee?
Yeah, I gotta go to that after wait. See, I went up further than that.
Man, I ain't gotta be here. I can leave.
You fuck it up. Listen. So Red Illusion, check this out. Red Illusion, this was added on to what he said about your shirt. He said, come to the hood in that shirt.
Been there, done. Hey, been there, done that. Been there, done that.
They might think you're a geek. That's a good thing.
Yeah, all right. They call me white boy.
We got the links in there for everybody. You got the Let's Talk with JVJ. You got mine in there, Out from the North 18 as well. You got the JVJ Network for y'all to hit subscribe. We appreciate everybody that showed up. Appreciate you, Grace, for your work as well, putting in work. Then we got Damian Lee in the building. Women in their cell phones, just put the phone away. I agree with that. Then we got, all right, hold on, my bad. It says, we got Red Illusion saying, Act is a nerd that helps glorify this shit. Trust me, I agree with you.
I agree.
We got DH in the building. What's good? He says, hello, everyone. Then we got Red Illusion back to back. Said being a rapper is only dangerous if you out here acting stupid. Yeah, you know what? Real quick, that's some true shit. Because I was thinking about that when I was listening to part of this clip earlier today. Because Jim Jones started that conversation. And I disagree with him because back in the days, we had guys that was doing hip hop. That's different from rappers. I'm sorry, just keeping it real. That wouldn't get into all this shit. And if they were, you didn't even know about it. Like, you got hip hop heads that were street dudes that I never knew. And I ain't gonna even say no names. But I'm hearing stories about them, not from them, but from the streets. And they're like, no, these dudes, yeah, they was with the business. But when you got into hip hop, you're trying to clean up your life, you leave it alone. It's a bunch of prominent MCs that told their stories or people talked about them. And this was years later. They weren't putting that out there on Front Street. They waited till they was a grown man far away from him, 20 years removed. So I agree with you on that one, Red. The Red also said, they know they won't snitch like a regular person. That's a good point, Jay. I think he's talking to what we talking about. They won't go after those people because, like you said, we've been programmed, indoctrinated into this street shit too much, and we ain't let it go. If you look at other people from other communities, they let that shit go. Like, if you want to bring up the Italian mob from back in the days, the regular people from Italy started to separate themselves from that bullshit. And they used to go let the mob know, like, hey, we ain't with that shit. They let the people know, like, no, we're regular, law-abiding citizens. So I agree with that. You know, they got us brainwashed that, oh, he a snitch and he a snitch. Man, you shouldn't be called that just because you calling the police. Like Charleston White said, I ain't snitching. I'm just telling. Then Grace said, Temple Supreme, thank you for the consistent support. That's for real. Red Lucian said, no one ever came for Bone Thugs. They still out in Cleveland. No, that ain't true. Because when they was out in LA, they had issues with Death Row. So it still was that same issue, the same mindset where it went to some street shit. That's the same thing. They also had issues with Twister at first over some dumb shit. Talking about who started the whole rapping fast bullshit. And it was like, dog, they sang rap. You rap. That was two different things, not something for black men to fight over, but thankfully they squashed that bullshit. But also, on that same mindset, what he talking about, you know, what Cass was on that gang shit, and then he talks about his girl. Because this is what I want to remind guys. I'm glad for the women that do listen. A lot of females ain't gonna listen. But this conversation is more so for guys. Like the women, like she did what she did and was not smart. They out there at Roscoe, she put a location. But I'm gonna show some other stuff to show that, you know, he wasn't fully on his square like he was saying. Rest in peace to the brother. But this is something that men gotta listen to and men really have to think about. Cause, you know, he a flosser. He like to stunt. You know what I'm saying? So Jay, you can get ready to pull that. Well, it had a little bit. My bad. We're gonna finish the rest of that video. It had a little bit more. But it's the mindset. If you're not on your square fully, then you can't expect for your woman to follow your square fully. Because on her Instagram page, she, you know, do the IG modeling stuff, and then she also designed clothes. Maybe she did something for him as well. So a lot of times women are not thinking about these type of things. Like, quick scenario. I remember, you know, me and this chick, you know what I'm saying, I was dating. We went somewhere to go pick up one of her peoples, and we had to pull in back of this apartment complex. So she had her window all the way down. We in a dark ass alley, bunch of bushes and all of that. So you can't see if somebody run up on you, you know, try to run down on you. You're not gonna see it coming. And ain't nobody in the car got no strap or nothing like that. You ain't got no protection. So you can't move like that. Even if you do, it's still stupid to move like that. So I'm looking at her like, yo, you need to roll your window up. What you tripping for? I'm like, yo, we in a dark alley. Can't nobody see us. If somebody run down on you right now, ain't nothing you can do. They got the drop on you. Then they gonna have your car. I remember one time we go to the store. She got her purse wide open with money in it. I'm like, yo, what you doing? Close your purse up. I remember my mom used to put her purse in the trunk. I ain't leaving that out. So I seen women do that. I seen women move like that. And I remember me and her people's, you know, one of her male family members, you know, we went out of town and shit. And I remember him as kicking it. We down in Miami and we stop at this little fish spot. Just the workers there, little, you know, in the hood and stuff like that. So we see some homeless people around, but they moving real fidgety. And then we see a couple of little hood dudes. You know what I'm saying? So the little fiends, they come in there trying to beg us for money and all that. So we looking at each other, you know. Partner gave one of them a couple dollars stuff, but they was moving like funny, like they went outside and came back in and sat down looking at us. We looked at each other like, time to roll. So we in the car rolling, and we just seeing more people coming up to the spot, but they looking like they trying to set something up. But we got the hell up out of there quick. And I told him, I said, man, if I was with such and such, they wouldn't have peeped that. He was like, yeah, you're right, bro, because females don't have to be on their P's and Q's like guys do. I'm not saying women don't have to watch their back. Like I said, you can't be in no alley somewhere with your windows down. Somebody trying to get somebody, they're going to get you. But women don't have to have that same mindset. And that's why we were telling y'all got a privilege that we don't get. And when we're trying to give you instructions, you need to pay attention. So, Jay, go ahead and run the rest of that video, then we get to the next one.
That because you're a rapper, obviously people think a certain type of way. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, even the thing that happened with Lil TJ, you know what I mean? I think that shook a lot of people up because they're like, damn, yo, Edgewater used to be the spot where everybody's at. Like, that's where everybody get a little bit of money there. Now you're realizing, like, people either trying to, niggas is looking at rappers as targets. Like, yeah, does it make you move a little bit different?
Yeah, I mean, ever since my brother got killed, like my oldest brother, I've been moving different since. You feel me? Like, it's just been something in me to just let me know, like, this shit real life. I done seen people die. I done been around people that died. But when that shit hit your crib, it's like, you know, like, all right, no, this shit real life. You feel me? Like, anybody can die. You fuck. It could be anybody. Like, the last person that you expected could die. It's like, once that shit hit home to that point, it was like, all right, no, I gotta be on my shit. Like, a nigga can't just walk up on me. I mean, a nigga can't just even look at me like on some.
It doesn't make you nervous though. Like,
oh, it make me just alert. Like, I'm out the country. That's probably the only time I'm gonna be like a little bit like,
yeah,
a little bit free.
That's me too. I remember saying,
but I still be on some shit like even out the country. I be feeling like it's niggas like that out here too. Probably. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't want to run into them niggas. You hear me? Because I ain't on point like I am out here. Like, I gotta be on some other shit.
You know the.
Yeah, man, it's see that's what's so crazy. Like this interview recent, then they son, you know, the young brother get killed, and he said trying to pay attention to surroundings, be on alert. But I saw, I wish I could have found something to show it, but I seen the layout of the restaurant, and the booths are like way above eye level. So when you go to sit down, you got like maybe 2 feet of booth over your head, a foot and a half or something like that. So you're not gonna see everything, and it's lined up like a maze as well. So somebody was showing like the restaurant, they was showing like different doors and stuff. So it's not just the front door. You got to worry about, and Jay, I'm sure you probably seen this before, or you know, most people. You in a restaurant somewhere, and there's different access points to that restaurant. It might be 4 different doors. So you got the front doors of the restaurant, then you got side doors, and then you got back doors. So most likely dude came through the back door, came around and did what he did. You know what I'm saying? So people looking at just his girl for the location situation, that might have played a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think she might have tagged him as well. So it may not just be that. It's not that simple, cut, dry. So this next video, that I want to show y'all. Sadly, people are now looking at this situation because it was recent. It may have been a couple of days before what happened to him. But now people, you know, we got internet investigators nowadays. Like, everybody know who killed Young Dolph after he got killed. And you know what I'm saying? They just showing these people, showing that people. But now they're saying that this guy may be linked to killing PNB Rock. So you got that video ready for me, Jay? Okay. Appreciate it. I guess that shirt made you act like that. You on mute. I can't hear nothing you just said. It's all good. All right, go ahead. Run the clip. Run the tape.
Let's go.
Still talking. Hey, bro, you fried or something, bro? You woke up smoking some. You still want to mention my names? Are you good, bro?
Man, I came to check up on you.
Where you? He want to be my man so bad, but we not gang, bro.
We'll never be tight, nigga. What I was saying. When I pulled up the Memphis sounds, you wasn't on.
Yo, it's my bed. I only came on here just to bed off you, bro. You really my bed. What's up, man?
When I came to Macca Sounds, you wasn't on.
You came to where?
Krishan Studio.
Who the oh, you talking about Hitmaker?
Oh, you talking about Hitmaker?
He said Makai Sound. You don't even know what you talking about. You don't even know the right name. You saying some dumb. And when you came there, what? What about it? What the f was it?
That's just want to know. Pulled up. You was quiet for like 4 days.
Hey y'all see this goofy, bro? Get this man all the clout he want. All y'all on my live right there. Get this man some clout, bro. He just reaching. He want to be Big Pan B so bad, you hear me?
All right, so let me just say this. Now it's starting to make a little bit more sense why they ran down on PNB Rock. I don't think it was just a robbery. I think that it was revenge. Now, that's just my own thoughts and opinion, but it's clear as day that he had beef in LA with certain dudes that we probably don't even know about. Now, you heard his girl in the back laughing, right? So I'm pretty sure they knew who his girl was. So when she posted his location, they probably was following her also as following him on the gram. You see they live on his gram, right? So I'm pretty sure they know who his girl is. So they probably was following her too because they know she have a problem with posting his location. Crazy. But anyway, with that being said, let's continue and then we're going to come back with our commentary. Let's go.
Real talk.
Yo, I'm dead over this weird.
Who's account? Where you at?
I'm at A, man. Get with me. But get lost. Why you trying to put your glasses on? You really trying to be me, bro?
You see it?
Look at this. This the big.
You was a character.
You my son for real, bro. You like 40.
40. I'm your age.
Oh, they back?
Yeah, they back.
All right, man. I got real.
Though. You in LA?
No,
You see it
I'm
on
in
the side?
Atlanta, bro. I just told you, bro. Hey.
Right now. There's some people back in the city who need to get out.
Tell them to pull up, man.
Where you at?
In Atlanta.
Where?
Fuck. Just tell them to come to the A.
Minnesota in Atlanta, fool.
Oh, I ain't know that.
We gonna call you back.
You
We don't
stupid.
got time for that negative energy.
All right, well, look, I'm gonna hit you on a one-on-one, so I'm gonna see you pull up on me.
You ain't gonna do shit.
All right, bro. You hear me?
Bet. I'm gonna make you eat that.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but it seems like PNB Rock did not take this situation seriously. You can't do people like that. You flossing, you flexing on him, you saying he want to be you calling him out his name, you disrespected him. Now, PNB Rock was connected in LA. I heard he was connected with some real people that had his back. But just because you connected with some real people, that doesn't give you the right to disrespect other people because they might not care who you connected with. They might just say, you know what? I don't care who you're affiliated with. I'm going out for mine. And you got some people like that don't listen to nobody and just go by their own rules. Just think about it. The person walked up in Roscoe's, by themselves. It didn't say it was 2 people. It was 1 person masked up. And I could have been Dude, but I'm not sure. I'm not going to put it on him, but that's just my own opinion. But it does make sense now. Dude knew who he was. He knew his Instagram. He knew who his girl was. That's why his girl was in the background laughing, saying we ain't got time for that negativity, etc., etc. So if y'all think that these people wasn't following his girl, knowing that she posts his location a lot, y'all sleeping and y'all need to wake up. But I'm gonna let y'all check out this last clip of somebody bragging about the shooting and killing of PNB Rock, and then we gonna come back with our commentary. Let's go. Now that clip y'all just seen was tagged with PNB Rock name, so it is what it is. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's false. I'm just reporting on this situation. But anyway, let me know what y'all think down below in the comment section. Don't forget to smash that like button. And if y'all not
so let's hit the comments real quick. All right. Gonna go to got Angry Snowman in the building. Said, what up, Op? What's popping, JVJ the Pocket? Did he Angry Snowman also say what's good, Red? Damian Lee says women are supposed to be protected. Women are supposed to be protectors. Red Loser said you ain't gonna do shit. How to die in 5 words. Then also said Red Loser said girls be naive to how evil the world is. And then Clicks and Views say so y'all blaming her for FNs doing FN-ish. No, you're gonna have to pay a little more attention, Clicks and Views, so you can see what we're talking about. So yeah. I want to get y'all opinion on that. I see Red, see what we're talking about. I want to get y'all opinion on that. Like the fact that okay, the location thing may be something that possibly helped. It may be, right? But I wanted to touch on both situations on how people have to be careful because I ain't gonna front with you. Like when I'm out with a girl, I don't like the whole being tested because I'm out with my chick. Dudes know what they be doing when they do that shit. Like when he said he was on Fairfax, you know what I'm saying, out there where people got money at, he not thinking that. Because, you know, when you with your girl, you normally, y'all trying to have a good time, especially he got a little girl, though. You know what I mean? You ain't on that shit. You ain't bringing them. I mean, you got some idiots that do stupid shit like that, but you're not bringing them to the trenches and y'all around craziness all the time, and that's what you doing. You doing something different. You know what I'm saying? But you got dudes that will still test you. And that's something that guys, we try to be coherent about when we with our girl or whatever and being protective. You know what I'm saying? But the sad thing is, like I said, she model on IG. I don't know why women be doing that. Like they get a contract off that, but whatever. She be designing clothes. She had hundreds of thousands. She got hundreds of thousands of followers. So, which I'm sure it helped being with PNB. But the saddest issue I got with the situation after watching this video is the fact that, you know, he was flossing on dude. You know what I'm saying? And dude was just real calm, and you trying to clown on him. You know what I'm saying? So, and then his girl just was not paying attention because the way he's acting. So he's not leading. He wasn't being a good leader in that situation because we seen the video we just played earlier, the way he was talking to DJ Academics and saying his girl wasn't paying attention and stuff. But whose fault is it right now? Because she not listening because you laughing, so she not gonna take it serious. So that situation that happened in that parking lot, of course she wasn't taking that situation serious because he said you don't want to make your girl feel like something about to happen or ain't nothing about to happen and all that. But if you got a girl that's she sounds ditzy in the mind, like she got them blonde hair moments or some shit like that. You know how they say, like she not paying attention to none of that. So like Jay, let me get your opinion on that. You know what I mean? As far as the way he was acting, and do you think your girl or your woman gonna really pay attention to the situation if you playing it all too much?
A girl ain't paying attention to nothing that's going on around her for real unless she feels threatened. And most of the time, she's with a guy like that. He has fame, he has clout, he has other people, famous other people around him that know him. So she's thinking anytime she's in his presence that she's good. And the sad part, she still was good. Dude came in and went straight for him. These ladies, they don't even understand it. When a hitter come through, he ain't really coming for you, man. He coming for your man. But besides that, I'm not blaming it on her. I'm not at that point right now. But going to the point that you were making earlier about him talking to that dude a certain type of way, whether that was the guy that did it or whether it wasn't, you can't be moving around here. Like a lot of people in our community, we get a big fucking head. We get a big head when we get on, we doing a little bit better than somebody else. We always want to shit on the next person. You shitting on people that ain't got shit to lose. That shit ain't no way a man move. Like whether you like anytime my man pull up and all this stuff, where you at? Man, look, that when I hear talk like that, that already lets me know there's people I wouldn't even be hanging around. The way they conversating back and forth, those two niggas I wouldn't hang around because I would put them in the Pookie category, Pookie and Ray Ray category right off bat. Me personally, that's my perspective. I don't talk to people like that. If we can't have a conversation back and forth and dialogue like this, like me and you talking and how we talk to other people, I'm not dealing with you. I ain't talking on that hood shit. Fuck that. Open your mouth and pronunciate some words. I don't fuck with shit like that. So look, man, they say you live by the gun, you die by the gun, you live by this street shit, you're gonna die by this street shit. And that's what happened. And I don't wish death on nobody. And I think it's fucked up what happened to him, especially him being at a Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle. But man, you live in a certain type of lifestyle, man, you don't get it. Eventually something's gonna happen to you unless you're lucky. So that's all I got, man.
Real shit. Let me go to the comments real quick. Red said salute to Angry Snowman. He also said there's always going to be demons. Staying safe is personal responsibility. Snowman said, what you talking about? I was taking my females to swap meets and clan rallies, yo. Yeah, if you say so. Red Illusion also said he went out Tony Soprano style. That is how they did it on the TV show, and they ended it. Lovelace said, in my opinion, we must think. It's a lot of hungry spirits out here, not just for food. You know what I mean? I hear you. Clicks and Views said, she said, get off the phone with that negative-ish. And then Lovelace said, hold on, y'all give me a second, my bad. Then Lovelace said, in my opinion, that's a prior to conversation. And these days, that should just be plain common sense, respectfully. Angry Man says, someone who has nothing to live for is a very dangerous individual. Don't we all know that? Lovelace said that part. Some move like they have nothing to lose. We in some extra sad times. Real talk, man. It's like, and that's what I wanted to talk about. That's why I was glad I was just overlooking videos and seeing so far what's coming out. You know, they still doing investigations and stuff like that. But at first glance,
you still there, sir?
My bad. You hear me?
Yeah, you got one more comment.
Oh, okay.
You went out for a second. I don't know what the hell happened.
Oh, my bad. My apologies. Yeah. Lovelace came back and said, say it again, live by it, you must die by it. That's real. Yeah, that's real. But yeah, you had these situations where, you know, guys gotta be careful how they move as well. Like I was saying, like if she's not, if he's acting in some kind of way, she's not paying attention to that. Because Clicks and Views is right. She did say get off the phone with a negative shit, but in the beginning, she was in the background cackling and laughing as well. That should have been the first conversation when he started. Is yo, baby, don't do. That's the same thing with the Will and Jada situation. Like, what bothered me with that is I'm hearing people like, no, he did the right thing. No, he did the wrong thing. Look at all the money and opportunities he had to go back and get from all this time. It's no telling how long it's gonna take for things to go back right. Especially if you trying to be in Hollywood and you ain't create your own, you got to go off their rules. So I'm hearing people like, oh no, Will it be fine because he got all that money. You don't know how much that man overhead is every month. That man overhead could be a couple $1 million a month. Do you actually think he would be able to sustain that until Hollywood let him back into the door? If it's a couple $1 million a month, then that means he would have to shut down shop so he could survive off the money he got. So ain't no telling that man paying $30, $40 million a year just to keep things going on. just to keep the lights on. You don't know what's going on from his business to his own household. You don't know what he's spending money on, especially Jada Pinkett. He got to keep her up and running. But these are the things that we need women to pay attention to, but we also definitely need guys as leaders in your relationships to make sure you do the best that you can to stay on point. It can't just be, you know, we supposed to just, we can be out here doing whatever we want, and then you out here disrespecting people like that online. Like, you know how crazy somebody gotta be. Just like Angry Snowman said, somebody who don't got nothing to lose is a dangerous individual. That's some real shit. This dude came on live showing his face. We got all types of shit like this happening every day nowadays. People flashing guns on live. And then we see a situation happen, and then that person who it happened to sit up there wondering why it happened. So you thought you was gonna get online and get offline and everything gonna be fine. This is another thing. This is how messed up the rap game is. That's why I don't really subscribe to that shit no more. A lot of this shit be happening. A lot of these cats already fucking know each other. They already know each other. This ain't nothing new. They be like, when I hear about these stories with the Bloods and stuff, like, if you go back to that old video Since the Cat Known Now, it was this old video where Michael Jordan stopped this Blood member from beating up on this other dude. He like, man, chill out, y'all chill out with that. Come to find out, that Blood dude was whack 100. So he been running down and doing all this bullshit, starting shit and all of that. He been doing it. So these cats be knowing each other. They all up in the rap game. So like, how do you maneuver through that? And like Red said earlier, it's because you're doing something stupid. So you have to be careful about the people that you're around. Like, they might clown somebody like Logic, you know what I'm saying? But you don't see them same things happening to Logic. But he a soft, whack rapper, but he ain't going through them same things. Will Smith at first wasn't going through none of them things. So you can't tell me it's not a way to be a rapper, be successful, and stay away from the bullshit. Just don't try to sign up. Don't be trying to have Bloods and Crips as your security guards. If you want to help out in the community, you might just have to donate and go to like little boys and girls centers and stuff of that nature and work with the youth. But don't be trying to be out here playing gangster and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something we have to be careful about. And real quick, my bad. Let me go back to the comment. Let me see. All right, let me go back to Lovelace. Lovelace said, really good conversation and comments. Salute to y'all brothers. We appreciate that. Clicks and views got the eyeballs. I don't know what the eyeballs mean. Lovelace said, respectfully, we got to pay attention. We are too valuable to lose one another. That's real talk. Clicks and views said Will was wrong, but Jada had no control over Will in that moment. Absolutely no one, including Jada, expected Will to pimp slap Chris. I don't know. I'm just saying, when she seen Will jump up, she was supposed to grab his hand like, hey, where you going? You going to the bathroom or something? That's all I'm saying. Angel Snowman said, hell, you don't see M going through that. Well, I'm sorry, Snowman, but you must don't pay attention to M. You don't remember M getting in trouble for putting his hands on what's it called? On the dude that was trying to kiss Kim. He pistol whipped him. And then they had fights with Royce the 5'9" and Ja Rule. M was doing stupid shit too. I'm sorry. M was doing stupid shit too. But now you see him trying to stay away from the bullshit. Like, that's what Dre been doing for the years. It's hard to even just go out there somewhere and be safe nowadays around Suge Knight, especially. We got Fatty showed some love with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, Fatty. Appreciate you for coming through and showing some love. Fatty definitely be dropping some knowledge over there on Fight Club and other places I have seen him. So shout out to you. Angry Snowman said Moby. Yep, he beat Moby up. Got Moby beat up. He said, yeah, I remember. Hey, you're right. Yeah. M was getting down. You gotta remember, Snowman. He from the D. He from Detroit. He get down too. So but for the fellas that's down there, man, or even if some of the women, y'all want to go ahead, come up, go ahead and have a conversation about it. I want to get y'all perspective on this. Like I said, to me, it's more so on the men. We have to do our best to really, pay attention to certain things, because women do look to us as the protectors, the leaders and the guiders. Now, if he had a problem with his girl doing that, but then you turn around doing certain things, you online and you saying what you saying, then we got responsibility and accountability that we got to hold for ourselves. It can't just be on the woman. If you mean to tell me that, we doing the same thing that we saying that we don't want her to do. I mean, that's not right to just put her on there. You know what I'm saying? So Jay, real quick, I want to get your opinion on that. Like, what do you think about that for us leading as men, and then, you know, because we can't just put it on a woman. I do agree with that, because I'm seeing people talk about that. I mean, of course, there's certain roles she got to play if you want the man to lead you, and listening is a big part of it. Women these days, a lot of times, don't listen. But Jay, I want to get your opinion on that. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the chat, the link in the chat.
Well, you already know where I stand on that, and I think most people that come over here understand where I come from. Ultimately, it's going to be on us men to be the ones to put ourselves in the right position where we can lead. Every man can't lead. If you don't have a vision and a goal, because I get tired of hearing ladies say it because it pisses me off most of the time, but it is a true statement. How are you expecting to lead me when you ain't got this? I always throw it back on the ladies. Why the fuck you even fucking with a dude that don't have shit to even be able to lead you? But ultimately, it comes down to us as men. We have to be the ones that set the tone. Don't no other race get led by their women. So I don't know why the fuck the black community can't seem to figure that out. We have to be the leaders in our community, and we have to start promoting the lames, the geeks, the you know, the guys that we talking about, because the guys that don't do what's entertaining or what's in the now right now, those are the guys that people want to shit on. We all know that all women of every race is attracted to the bad boys. They're attracted to that. And we have to try to change the narrative, at least to a certain extent, where our younger boys don't get caught up in that. Because I think in high school, elementary, whatever, we all just want to fit in. Some people don't grow out of that shit. They don't understand that, no, you need to prioritize being a man, doing what a man actually does. Not being a simp like the dude we covered last night. That's not being a man. And not being these street dudes like PNB Rock and all these other dudes that probably had some interaction with his death. Being a real man is going out there, handling your business, being a staple in the community, and being on your P's and Q's and starting a family the right way. But we got a lot of things we got to clean up, man. Our community over here right now has a lot of problems, and you know the angle that I'm coming from it at. But you know, it is what it is, man. We all are gonna have to work together eventually when it comes down to this. We gotta start putting down the pitchforks and start getting some shovels to start trying to build some shit. That's my thoughts.
I like that. Good point. But like I said, I put the link down there in the chat if anybody want to come up. Definitely want to get y'all perspective on this. Jay, you said some real good stuff, man. I think that's where it's really, really difficult at is it like, oh, we're gonna have to start, like, I think we are, whether people want to hear it or not, where it's like certain people you may just have to stay away from, man. You know what I'm saying? Like even with the Nipsey Hussle situation, guys. So like he was actually helping the community, and then somebody came up that he knew. So now if he pushes the Buster away that took his life, now does it get around that he's some Hollywood dude now all of a sudden? Like, what does it become when why you laughing? Something ain't right.
I'm not laughing at you. I just read a comment. I'm reading the comments ahead of time because you slow the comments. So I just read something. Keep going.
Yeah, but it's like now it gets to a situation, and all men go through this. It don't matter what race. Like I brought up before, you got the Italian Americans, you got Irish Americans, you got Asian Americans. Like Asians go through the same thing when they was going through with the triad situation. You got, you know, Cubans and stuff like that. A lot of it's being a man, especially, and wherever you coming from, you never know what type of situation that you may end up dealing with when you're trying to do something good. Because it could not even be a stranger. It could be a friend. It can be a family member. And I think that's where it gets difficult to try to navigate through those type of situations. What's good, Angry Snowman? We got Angry Snowman in the building. Say what's good to the people.
What it do, brother? What it do? What's up, Jay?
What's up, man? You got a lot of white noise, man.
It's probably my ceiling fan and my window's open. Probably here outside.
All right. At least we ain't got a cricket. We ain't hearing.
Hey, dude, I live in the country, man. So you're gonna hear that shit from time to time. Be glad you ain't hearing spirits talk.
Hey, man.
Hey, Hey, he be hitting. We be hitting pit bulls in the background with J Mike unmuted.
I got 2 pit bulls. But don't be getting mad at me, man. You gotta have some home security, bro.
You know, but just to add on to what you were talking about, Op, you know, one of the biggest problems that most adults face that they can't seem to get themselves to do is separate themselves from the bad energy that they've attached them to, because usually it ends up being someone in their family, you know, a parent, a sibling, you know, an aunt, a grandparent, you know, and the truth of the matter is for anybody, in order for you to actually start getting your life to go in any kind of positive direction, you have to remove that negative element, because negative energy will feed and fester on other people and turn positive people into negative people. You know, you allow that around you, you're causing your own detriment.
Cancer eating you from the inside out.
For real. Let me go to the chat real quick, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me read these comments. Clicks and Views said Will is the lovable, funny guy. To anger issues, why would she grab him if he never exhibited that behavior? You know what, Clicks, I agree with you, but then next thing I know, a lot of stuff came out about it being issues with Tommy Davidson about something, and he did that. I forget, it was another guy that said something about it. But it was a couple of conversations that came out that Will had actually showed him like those actual, you know, actions before, and she had to kind of grab him before. So I get what you're saying, but now that those are coming out, they're saying that she has seen those before. Lovelace says, I done had to run back to the damn phone. Say that again. Another man in the other race's lead. Our race is the only one that tries to decide who leading whom. Okay, that was JVJ that said that. We got China in the building. What's up, China? Glad to see you back. Said Nipsey Hussle's past caught up with him. Hell, it could have been his present. The thing on that, and see, this is another ignorant thing that we keep seeing, especially from our community. It's sickening. So he got a friend named Cowboy that was actually there when the situation happened, and I kind of believe him on this situation, because he was talking about when the guy came up that killed him. He was listening to the conversation. There was no animosity there. It was none of that. He was just talking about music and stuff like that. And then he said Nipsey just let him know, like, you know, with some stuff going on, they saying this and this and that about you, you know, snitching on somebody. And he was like, you know, just be careful, you know, watch your back. He was saying that's what it was, and that's when he left. And then you see the guy on camera actually leave too. And then, you know, he come back and did the shit that he did. And I respect Cowboy for you know, actually going to court to testify that, because now he got some cats that he know from his neighborhood that's coming at him funny ways, talking about, oh, you're not supposed to say nothing. Nipsey wouldn't want you to say nothing in the court. And Cowboy was like, no, I went there just to say that he didn't call that man a snitch. He didn't come at him disrespectful. So it was some other situation that happened. And also Nipsey went to court for other cats, talking to the judge and stuff like that, to get them out of trouble, get them less of time. So it was messed up that they didn't have his back when he died. And then,
you know, Op, they say statistically speaking, you're more than likely, when you end up in some kind of situation where it's going to cost you your life or your property or something, it's somebody that's close to you that does it.
Oh yeah. That's why when the police investigate, they always investigate who? Family members first. If you married, your spouse first. Yeah, they work internally, then out. Let me see. Then I
can't believe you skipped my comment.
I did. Chat moving.
That, you know, you laughed about that, Jay, when you read that.
There go. You talking about the one where you said "Fatty, stay your ass" in the chat? Zaddy has spoken.
Yes.
He's stupid. Let me go ahead and get back to the other ones. Lovelace says if it looked like a loony and it got the wrong tune, then it's a dang Looney Tune. Stay away from it. Get away from it. Period. Real talk. I got you. She also says salute to the panel and the chat room. I just subbed to both. Thank you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you, Lovelace. Appreciate you. Red Lucian says Pat Stay was breaking up a bar fight last week and got stabbed. Ended up dying that night. Damn. Yeah, you can't even hardly break up a fight no more these days. China says Nipsey was a game banger. His past caught up. I wonder how much dirt he did back in the day. I mean, this is what we got to
All of
realize
it.
on that. Well, this is what we got to realize on that situation. If it's karma, whatever, God decides when you leave. Point blank, period. So we can only go off the situation of what happened, but I'm gonna tell you, I had a lot of respect for the brother, and I still got a lot of respect for him. I understand things happen; it is what it is. But I'm just not gonna throw dirt on the man name, especially not in that situation. He got killed while he was trying to help people. So I get what you're saying, but I got too much respect for him to just.
Yeah, I mean, look, dude, with Nipsey, he's literally the epitome of what happens when a successful black person actually gives back to the community when he gets successful.
Now, see, that's the bullshit. Because I had conversations with people, and they were like, "Nah, man, fuck it, just leave that shit alone." But it's like, okay, so who's supposed to clean up our communities? We supposed to give it to the government again? Like,
No, but you know,
to change it.
and I get what you're saying, but look at what happens when, you know, you have someone who who wants to give back after, you know, he knows that it's the community that helped build his success and, you know, his profession. And when they do, somebody from the community is the one that takes him out when he's trying to actually give back. I mean, it's fucked up, dude.
No. It is what it is. I mean, I ain't saying you're wrong for calling it out. I mean, we talk about this type of stuff all the time. That's just like, I remember, I didn't really know his music like that, and that's another fucked up thing is a lot of people don't find out about somebody until they get killed. But it was this guy from Queens named Chinks Drugs, which I definitely don't agree with that name. But he got killed, and a lot of people was talking about the hood don't always love you back, things of that nature. And it's just you gotta be careful how you move. And you're right, because that prime example, I see if Nipsey was just hanging out late night in the hood. He was at his business daytime around 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then this crazy shit happened. And it was somebody who he knew. So that's some real shit. It's not always just some stranger and all that, but it was somebody he actually grew up with. That was foul. Fatty says, this is for you, Snowman. Fatty says, I will, sir. Thank you for the advice. You don't got to listen to him, Fatty. If you want to come up, man, come up. Snowman don't run that over
No
here.
problem, my Nigerian king.
China says, I don't care for rappers or game bangers. They ruin the black community. But see, this is the thing. I just named a couple rappers that's not out here with the crazy bullshit. So it's not that all rappers are terrible, evil people. You got to look at it. If you got guys that's coming from gang elements and all of that, and they bring it to the music, and they like Lil Durk. I ain't saying God forbid I want something to happen to him, but if something happened to him, are we really gonna be surprised? Versus a Logic, like let's just keep it real. We can't put that on all rappers. I get what you're saying about game bangers, but we can't put it on all rappers.
Well, can I ask you something? You know, because as a man, I think that it's fair to say that, you know, in order to get ahead in life, sometimes a man has no choice but to get his hands dirty from time to time. You know, but I think that there's a certain level of dirt that karma will allow you to get away with. You know, like you got to make a bargain with karma. You know what I'm saying? Like, just let me get this far and I'll quit, you know, just so I can get ahead. And karma, if you live up to your bargain you made, karma will be like, all right, you know, I understand sometimes you have to get your hands dirty. But some of these folks that they go out there and they never stop getting their hands dirty, you know, and you know that they said, well, I'm only going to do this till I get, you know, this far, or, you know, get my money up to this level, and they get to that level and they never stop. They just keep going.
I hear you.
If you understand what it was I was trying to convey, anyhow. I think there's give and take even with karma, basically.
Right. No, I get you, because like you said, as a man, sometimes that's what it is, and then really making a change. But like I said, from the information that's out there for the Nipsey Hussle, it was a change. But did you see the situation with Trader Truth and the bullshit he got into?
No.
So it came out on TMZ. It showed one dude beating up the other rapper from Houston named Zero that was signed to rap a lot. So Trader Truth came out and said that it was a lie, ain't nobody jump him. The very next day, the full video came out of him beating the guy up as well. Now, mind you, he's in the city doing all these great deeds and being an activist, all kinds of stuff. And then next thing you know, you and him getting into some bullshit, and this is a family member. And this was I think it was like a 50 Cent event or something like that. It's like a celebrity event. You go call the man to the side to talk to him, and then you and your fellas, y'all family now, y'all jump this man and beat the shit out of him. And then you get on tape lying, talking about they was lying, you didn't do nothing wrong.
Well, doesn't that almost seem to be a reoccurring thing though, where, you know, someone's calling someone out for something, and then come to find out the people that are calling someone out for some shit are the ones actually doing the shit that they're calling someone out for?
Yep. That's what we're really seeing every day nowadays.
Well, you see it on YouTube even now, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, you see people get, and then some new YouTuber, well, not new, they doing well, but they're getting sued by, I think Nicki Minaj is suing her or something like that for some shit. So like this whole woke thing, that's what I'm talking about. That's another thing that's some bullshit. Like, I think we can be honest about stuff, tell the truth about what is being what it is, but that whole whistleblower bullshit and then come to find out you a fucking hypocrite, I ain't gonna lie, that's some funny ass irony for you.
Well, look, I don't know about you and Jay, but I think it's getting a little bit ridiculous that words and hurt feelings are, to a lot of these people, are being labeled as more dangerous and detrimental than the actual act of doing what those words were saying. You know, do you catch what I'm saying? Like, someone speaking on something, speaking on an act is actually more dangerous and detrimental and hurts someone's feelings. That's more important than someone who actually did the shit someone was just talking about. There's something weird going on here. You know, people are letting this stuff slide with people actually committing these acts and not doing or speaking up about it, or they're literally, you know, making excuses for why it was done. You know, trying to come up with some grand illusion to present to, you know, everybody to try and justify it, but yet they want to cancel, vilify, demonize somebody for speaking on it. That's a problem. That's a serious problem going on right now, and it needs to get reined in.
And that's why we have to have these conversations, because most people that I'm noticing, most people that do that shit are just projecting. Like, that's why a lot of times they go hard on it. Like, remember with the Dave Chappelle Sticks and Stones situation, the main person at Netflix that was leading this whole charge, come to find out they was hiding who they really are, was making fun of gay people, trans people, and all that. Come to find out they actually was gay. So they was projecting on somebody. Then they came out of the closet, and then people put it out. Like, okay, you talking about Dave Chappelle, but look what you did. You was hiding. Dave Chappelle isn't hiding who he is. So that's the funny thing, is when it actually comes out, those same people yelling all this stuff be the main one. And even with those people, the Netflix situation, when that little movie about them teen girls who was a twerk teen, that movie called Sweeties came out, they didn't say shit.
It was
Cuties, my bad, Cuties. When that came out, they didn't say shit. But then when he come out and make jokes, now it's a problem. Like, that's weird. Like, now you see the thing with Ari Spears or whatever and Tiffany Haddish. They got something to say about that, but I'm like, well, where were y'all when that Cuties movie came out on Netflix? Ain't nobody say shit. So, what are we gonna do? We're gonna go at people we don't like because Aries made a joke about Lizzo? Like, get the fuck out of here. Let me finish these comments real quick. China said Nipsey was still involved in the lifestyle. That's how he knew dude was called a snitch. He wasn't innocent. I'm gonna keep it real with you. That don't mean you involved in the lifestyle, because police officers would tell people about people to stay away from. When you know police officers, I got police officers in my family, and we would have conversations, and they would say the same thing. Watch out for this person. Watch out for this person. They do the same. Like, if you out there doing wrong and you know law enforcement, they gonna tell you. I know. I used to work with police officers at certain jobs. They would tell me what's going on in the neighborhood. Like, it happens. Like, I mean, it's more to it. Red Illusion said Nip kept talking about banging in his music. He talked about it a little bit. I ain't gonna front. He did. China said stop defending the indefensible. She says this is why your community doesn't change. I'm out. Hey, peace out. Appreciate you coming in. Red Illusion said Logic isn't in the black community. He still have black. It don't matter. I'm just saying he's a rapper though. He's a rapper. If we gonna talk about being a rapper is dangerous, that's why I said I don't agree with what Jim Jones said. Is because he's saying being a rapper is dangerous. You got plenty of rappers out there that stay away from bullshit. So I mean, come on. Besides Big Sean, he wasn't in nothing but like stupid rap beat back and forth, some minor shit. They got over it. Him and Kendrick Lamar. But he don't be in this shit. The only thing that happened in his situation was somebody broke into his house when he left Detroit for like a tour or something like that. Hold on. Who we got? We got somebody in the background. Got Red Illusion coming into the building. What's good, Red? What's good? What you got on this topic, Mike?
What it do, man? Hey, you were talking about the projection thing, and I find that very interesting. It's almost like whoever smelt it dealt it, right? Mm-hmm. Especially with like comedians, you'll see a lot of comedians who are talking, what we consider to be racist, homophobic shit back in the day. They're always the first ones leading the charge against people who are doing it now. And if you remember back in the Me Too days, it was always the male feminists, the men, in Hollywood and that was getting called out for it. And those were the same guys who were saying, yeah, me too, stop abusing women.
Okay. Anyone on mute? Snowman, you got something you want to say to that?
Nope. He said all needed to be said.
And there's also an element of snitch culture too, because if you talk to any police officers in the hood, they'll tell you this block right here has been the most dangerous block in the whole neighborhood for decades, for 60 years. And nothing changes because they cannot get people to tell.
Well, I don't know, dude, because now you have a problem with the younger culture where there's no honor amongst thieves anymore. There is a new culture of young kids out there that they will, and it might just be in, the white community. That might be a white community issue where, someone goes down for something, even though they knew that they could get popped and get in trouble because their party got ruined. They're ruining everyone else's party.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that happen also when there's like a top guy, like a top dealer in town. This is in kind of like white trash communities. They will snitch on him just to take out their competition.
That happens. I think that happens somewhere everywhere nowadays. Like a lot of people try to act like.
But like if someone gets gunned down like in the hood, the cops are screwed. They have no one's gonna say shit, even family members and family.
Yeah, someone gets gunned down. You're right about that, but you start getting into the whole, drugs and narcotics and stuff like that. People are selling each other out left and right.
Yeah, that's more business.
It's starting to, but it's really changed. Like back in the days, it wasn't. You definitely was. The police work was gonna be terrible. It's like nowadays, I see a lot of dudes working with the police. Like Angry Man, Snowman just said, you will see that situation happen. Not just with the drug business, but you got people that they just like everybody tattletailing. And I'm not. Well, I don't want to say it like that's a bad thing because we need to start.
It is a bad thing to a certain degree.
In what way?
Look, just because you fucked up and didn't know when to say no doesn't mean that you have to take everyone down with you. Be a man. You did the crime. Do the time. Like a man.
Yeah, if you're in that position with you and your friends, you're going to do something. Yeah, that's snitching. But now snitching does mean like if somebody robs you, you're not allowed to say what they look like.
I mean, I might be a little old, but back in the day when I was a teenager and coming into being a young man, there's this thing that we had that was called marijuana etiquette, and it's something that nobody has anymore.
Well, you don't need it because it's legal.
But the etiquette behind it, there was just certain ways you conducted yourself, around people.
Yeah, but see, I'm not talking about the business aspect or committing a crime. I'm talking about how everybody puts everything on phones nowadays.
Oh yeah, the FBI have the easiest job in the world. They just need Snapchat accounts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And this is the problem I have not to go into it too much, but you know, I was watching I think it's Pearly Things or something like that. I forget the exact name channel, but she was talking to a woman about, you know, the whole allegations thing. And one woman was saying, well, you know, you don't know what kind of mind control that guy has over her and how scary it is in that situation to go to the police. And she brought up a perfect example. It was like, okay, so she has a problem with going to the police, but she doesn't have a problem getting on social media and telling everybody what happened.
Not just that, but doing it ain't just that, but like literally doing a live stream over and over and over again, giving people a walkthrough layout of their home, so they know exactly how to get through their home and where to go.
Oh yeah, people do that shit a lot too. Yeah, and I think that like the crazy thing about it is like people are so engulfed in it, they don't even think about, like I had to tell some of my guy friends, like, don't do that. Like the whole posting money and all of that. Like, don't do that stupid shit.
No, sir.
Why are you doing that, man?
We had a good operation out in Detroit. Some guy put a vending machine behind his house in Detroit, and he put weed in it. It was a weed vending machine.
Dude!
Things were all good. Things were all good for the whole winter, like 6 months. One stupid motherfucker put it on his Snapchat story, and they found it instantly.
It only takes one fucking moron to ruin it for everybody.
He's like, oh, look, a fucking weed machine.
Yeah, because he want to fucking show off. That's the dumb
dude,
shit.
That's actually a brilliant idea, though. A weed kiosk.
It was. It was good prices, too.
This motherfucker.
I mean, I'm just saying, dude. That's a brilliant idea. That's something I would have never thought of.
Yeah, that's also a good idea. You could do that legally now in like a dispo.
Shit, I worked that one. I didn't know they had it like that. Everything was over the counter with us.
No, they just took a used vending machine and put weed in it instead of snacks.
Yeah, right.
I think that's the best thing to get into, make some good money, man. Is the dispensary.
Now, my question is did they use like the one that they use for snacks or the Wheel of Death type of vending machine?
It was like it had the spirals in it that would push the bags out, and it would be the 25s, the 80s.
Right. See, if it was me, I'd use one. You know what I mean by the Wheel of Death vending machine, right?
Yeah, it spins around and drops.
No, it has the doors that you slide open to get like cold sandwiches and shit out of to heat up.
Oh, you mean
and it drops down?
Coke machines. Coke bottle machines.
No, it doesn't drop down. What it is it's just a vending machine, and it's got a great big huge door on it that spins around like this, and there's doors that slide all the way down on it. You put in the money.
So there's like little cubbies of whatever the item it is, and it spins. Okay.
Yeah.
Snowman, you gotta realize you talking to a dude that's like 15 years younger.
I keep forgetting he's only like 12 years old, man.
I had a pinball machine.
No, you did. You had a fucking pinball emulator. Stop lying.
No, it's a real machine. It was Star Wars.
I envy you because that's what one of my dreams is to have my own pinball machine, and it's a specific one. It's called Pinbot. That was always my favorite pinball game.
Yeah, I think we got it because
what? No, that's X-Men. That's the X-Men versus Street Fighter arcade game. But it's got X-Men Children of Adam game on it, X-Men Mutants of Apocalypse, X-Men versus Street Fighter, and Marvel versus Capcom.
Shit.
And then I also have the Raspberry Pi Retro Pi mod on it as well.
Okay, that's dope. I was thinking about getting me one of those, but certain places try to slap your head. Like, it'll just be one game versus all the games like you got. Because I was going to buy it from like one of those like renter center type places or whatever. Like the you can pay it off. I was just gonna
Don't do that, dude.
Outright.
That one I got at Walmart, dude. That I got at Walmart. I paid $400 just for the arcade itself, for the arcade and the extra the lift on the bottom to lift it up to the normal height. All right. And then for the RetroPie mod, you're looking at maybe an extra $150, $200 worth of hardware and software.
Yeah, that place tried to fucking sell it for like a couple grand. I'm like, bro, it's like $500 at Walmart.
Well, you got to understand too those 1-Up arcade arcades that people got. There's two different styles of them. The Walmart style is more of the cheaper, it
was more mass produced.
Yeah, they do have the top tier 1-Up arcade games that are basically just like the arcades that you see in an arcade that light up with all the lights and all that shit. And those do run, hell, some of those run $3, $4, $5 grand. Like if Red's got an actual pinball machine, he probably paid a couple grand for it, because you ain't getting a pinball machine for no less than $1,500.
I'm not saying I do, and I'm not saying I don't, because the IRS is now taxing valuable assets like that. Like if you have a Pokemon sitting in your cabinet and it suddenly becomes worth $10,000, you now owe the IRS money.
Sorry, I lost that in a house fire.
Yeah, I dropped it in a lake.
My kid flushed it down the toilet.
Yeah, that's some straight bullshit, man.
It really is.
Is it still the 10,000?
Well, look at
go over 10,000.
No, they just changed. They just changed like a bunch of rules and regulations.
And they're trying to convince everybody that this new 86,000 new IRS agents has nothing to do with the middle class.
Right, or the fact that they're doing training drills with firearms raiding small businesses.
Yeah, they're working in conjunction with the ATF now.
Yeah, they got bullets on their budget.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, my tax dollars can pay for them to have bullets, but can't pay for me to have bullets. That's some messed up shit.
Nope. Hey, it can pay for Ukraine to have bullets.
Right. One of the most dude. Ukraine is basically the
no names on that. You know how them motherfuckers is.
I wasn't gonna drop names. I was just gonna say that's where all the hate comes from.
The big guy and the 10%.
Yeah, the 88ers.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
I've watched some weird videos over there, and what's crazy is this is what blows my mind is if you look at the black community, most of the black community support funding Ukraine and helping them with their war effort, and that is one of the most racist fucking countries on the planet.
Oh, without a doubt. Dude, did you just see, what was his name? They just gave this soldier a medal. And he was a member of the Azov battalion. He had the black sun on his elbow, and they gave him a medal.
Bro, I was watching, it was a TikTok on the Hood Conservatives channel about 6 months ago when all this first popped off, and there were these white dudes in there, like they looked like neo-Nazis, with the combat boots and the red suspenders and all that shit, all right? Bald heads. And they had this black dude cornered in a grocery store trying to force him to eat a banana.
Wow.
Shit you not, dude.
Oh, yeah. It's a good place for political violence. They used to tie people up to trees and put, slime in their face. It's a weird place.
But see, that's what I don't get, man, is it shows you just how politically illiterate most people are. Yeah. That they're literally willing to fund the things that they claim to stand against, because the black community is literally okay with funding white supremacy, because that's what you got in Ukraine.
I mean, so is Israel. they're literally funding neos.
Whoa. That's what I'm saying. Y'all use initials for certain countries, if you get what I'm saying. But think about what they said in the first Godfather. Remember when Michael and Kate was walking down the street, and she said to him, when Michael was like, well, my father's no different from a politician. She was like, oh, Michael, they don't have people killed. And he was like, oh, Kate, who's really the naive one? But
right.
People brainwash themselves as if they are the big daddy is just an angel or something. You got to realize I get it. Certain places, the way they get down, you got to get your hands dirty sometimes. I get that, but don't act like you're just oblivious to the fact that lives still get lost because of certain political interests that need to be made. Like people actually make themselves blind to that. You see, sir, enough on TV to know what's going on.
Yeah, and that's what they do. They just look on the news. Oh, Putin's bad. Okay.
He can't be too bad. That's where ES has been living for what, the last 15 years now.
Yeah.
You know who ES is, right, Op?
Say that again.
Do you know who ES is? Since I'm only allowed to use initials.
Don't say it.
Think of snowman, but instead of a snowman, a snow den.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like where foxes live.
Right.
Or Fox News will. Let me go to the comments real quick. Hold on. All right, Lovely says, yes, sir, I'm with that. Let me look into that. Thank you. Then she said, especially if you place them in cookie bags, just got to know which cookie is which. And then she said, now you said something when you said that. It's amazing how you can get all the money and we over here begging for money, shaking my head. Then she also said, damn, and it, real black people, I said it. And also, wait, let's be clear. Some black people are with the funding. However, it's a lot more black people that don't support it and don't understand it at all. And she said, hilarious.
Yeah, Flint doesn't even have water.
Yeah, it's been like that for going on a decade now that they've been poisoning their fucking citizens.
And I'm pretty sure it would take, 10, 20 million to redo the entire infrastructure?
Dude, the fucking city of Flint has had the federal government give them the money to redo their water lines twice now.
Well, it's a blue city, so you know where that money goes.
Twice now they've been given the money and it's been squandered away.
Now, how do they bring some kind of attention to that to actually fucking do something about it?
Dude, they don't. They don't. At this point, you know that there are people that come from other states doing water drives and water caravans to Flint every week. I did it back when that first came out, the problem with Flint. I went up there like 3 different times doing water deliveries to them.
That's fucking so.
It's a basic human necessity. And it's still not fixed, but we're sending billions everywhere else.
What's the magical excuse for why they have money?
Well, the magical excuse is this.
The old city pipes.
Well, this is the excuse. Once they do it there, they're going to have to do it everywhere because every city is about to have the same issue as Flint because every city still has old lead pipes for their water system, just like Flint. That's what the problem is. Lead in the water, dude. It's killing people.
That's fucking crazy. That's fucking because I've seen some stuff on TV. Well, not TV. I don't watch TV, but on YouTube, and it's like so. Just like you said, you're sending money everywhere else, but then you're saying if we do that, we want to do it. It's a lot of places make a lot of money to take care of their own shit. So it's like, so if y'all taking our money, our taxes and everything, what the fuck is the problem? But we have nice new buildings and everything pop up. Like that's not a problem. Like in my city, they do the same thing
those nice new buildings are popping up. Believe me, just not anywhere near you.
It's worse than that, dude. Think about this that a lot of people overlooked with the COVID freaking stimulus package that they passed. The first one, the $6.4 trillion stimulus. Do you realize that 70% of that went overseas to foreign investments?
No,
seriously, I'm not even fucking playing, dude. They sent. I think that because you can actually still get an itemized list, and one of the things on it was
the largest transfer of wealth in human history.
They sent money to China out of that.
Really?
China. So I mean, and guess what? Our grandkids' great-grandkids'
Thanks for the gift.
Say what? Right.
They gave us TikTok though, right, guys?
Yeah, they give us TikTok and then tell us that we ain't allowed to use it.
This is my point. The things that we're talking about, and shout out to Lovelace because I see she actually is paying attention. She says, what's the M City name? Their water looks literally like liquid shit. I'm throwing the shit in there for you, Lovelace. It's coming out the faucet, absolutely disgusting. Facts, we all better get prepared. That's trust is coming to your city. Just wait on it. Better learn how to survive without the government.
Boil your water.
He talking real shit, big facts. They are sending money elsewhere, and we are looking mad crazy. And she said, "Did you say TikToks, man?"
Hey, dude, you know, did you see in that infrastructure bill that part of the funding of that the American tax dollars are paying for Canada's railroads to get refurbished. Canada's railroads and the fucking that damn infrastructure bill. That's crazy. Why are we paying for another country's infrastructure to be rebuilt when ours hasn't been touched in 100 years?
We're paying for their railroads in their own country while we're shutting down pipelines that would have brought gas to our country.
Right. And while we're while we're in the midst of a railroad strike in this country because they won't spend money on our own railroad infrastructure.
I think they just came to an agreement yesterday, but that's the union, so they probably made a buck.
This is the crazy shit though. Like, so when Democrats made that argument about Republicans about money and doing this, okay, so what were you trying to do? Help them set up to do crooked stuff? Like, what are you like? I'm glad certain things came to light that needed to come to light. Like I said, I didn't agree with Trump totally, but when he became president, it actually did knock the lid off of a lot of bullshit for people to really see some things that was really going on, to actually pay attention to how dirty. Like, I already knew Democrats was dirty, but when you stop being like fucking brainwashed by all of this crap, you really can start seeing stuff. You really have foresight to seeing things that's actually going on. And I tell my people that. For the ones that want to argue with you about Democrats, I go off on them all the time. Not saying all Democrats or Republicans.
Dude, it's people that defended Kwame Kilpatrick.
Dude, I still can't believe that I got to deal with people defending Trump. I mean, seriously, because let's keep it real. Trump has got his hand just as deep in the cookie jar as everyone else. You know how much money that man himself alone made off of that fucking stimulus package?
Please tell me. Please let me know about that.
Well, think about this for a second. Where has Trump's wealth come from? How did he build his wealth? Was it not off of hotels and casinos?
Real estate, yeah.
So, and he owns a lot of hotels all across the country. And was it not the service industry that got hit the hardest by the pandemic? The service and hospitality, like hotels and shit. So guess how much stimulus money you think he got put in his bank account from his hotels not generating revenue?
Good buck. I mean, everybody ate during the pandemic in that upper class. Think about what Walmart did, what Amazon did, what all the streaming services did. You had, what was her name, Nancy Pelosi and her husband investing into masks 2 months before it ever happened.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you that me personally, I am of, and this is just my personal opinion, all right? Me personally, I am of the general consensus that Trump was actually a plant by the deep state. Okay? Reason being is Trump had always been a card-carrying and Democrat that donated to the DNC his entire life.
Yeah, right.
All right. On top of that, when he first went to throw his hat in the ring to run for president, he wanted to run under the Democrat ticket. Democrat Party supposedly told him no, so he chose to run under the Republican ticket. I think they told him to run under the Republican ticket because they knew that no one was ever going to vote for Hillary, but they needed someone that they could trust in there doing their bidding, that they could possibly get the American people to believe is in there for them. Because think about it, the things that look, there was always that big laundry list of all the wonderful things Trump did, all right, But what always stuck out to me was when Trump first ran, said he's going to run, the first campaign promise he made was, the very first one, it's a tweet. He tweeted, if I am elected president, the first thing I'm going to do in office is I'm going to pardon the patriots that were wrongfully imprisoned out in Nevada, talking about the Hammonds and the Bundys.
Yep.
Right.
He also said he would pardon Assange and Snowden.
Never happened. And he didn't need an act of Congress to help him with that. He also made a promise that he was going to drain the swamp and get Wall Street out of Washington. He actually brought Wall Street right into the White House and made them part of his cabinet.
I think that could have been by accident, because what he did was he cut off the lobbyists from going into the Capitol. But what ended up happening is then Trump and his business associates and everyone around him, they became the lobbyists.
I'm just saying, dude. It really goes deeper than that, dude.
Hold on, before you go, let me read this the comments real quick. They're building up on me. Lovelace says, keep talking. I'm going to throw my phone. Such big facts. Absolutely disgusting how we are being treated right in front of our own eyes. We also got House in the building. What's good, House? He said, I paid my business tax today, and it has me smiling because I know that it's going to help you. We're going to say big you, not the whole word, because they tripping on that word still. Politicians spend it on you, hookers and coke parties. I feel so patriotic to begin helping them. And then Lovelace says, and a lot of us keep spending hours talking about which celebrity is fighting who, me killing who. Man, we better get smarter in our research. We just have to. Now, this is the kicker. She says, hey, now, what did y'all say about Trump? Then she says, so question, are people mad that Trump is a good-ass businessman and he surrounds himself with folks that know how to get that money? Question, what are we really upset about? And then she also said, if we think about it and do more research, Trump was the first that I ever heard that said on camera that this is a corporation. And she says, okay, listen, he did some good, he did some bad, some what the hell. However, a damn good businessman Trump is. What y'all
to a degree, he may be a good businessman. Now, see, I also have a theory on why he never showed his tax returns. And that's because he isn't really the billionaire that he's let off to be.
Yeah, but he was worrying about Obama's birth certificate.
Well, see, no, you got to understand. He comes from a place of where wealth and what you're worth, it matters. You know, that's a status symbol. You know, and I really honestly think that he wasn't worth the billions that he said he was, and that's why he wouldn't come off of his tax returns. Because if he did, it would show that he wasn't.
He definitely lost money from 2016 to 2020. That's why he started investing in all this kids shit.
Well, and if you remember Trump University, he took a major hit from that.
Oh yeah. I think he's the only president in U.S. history to actually lose net worth after presidency.
But did he?
Snowman. Yeah, I was just about to say, go back to that
point
I was trying to make earlier. Yeah, go back to that point.
Now you got him. He's the one that made the deal. You got to remember that first stimulus package when it came out. The deal was, and this is what the Federal Reserve had told them. They told Congress and the president that if they signed and passed the first COVID package of $3.2 trillion, that they would double it and give them another $3.2 trillion on top of it.
Yeah, they said they'd match them.
Yep. Which made it $6.4 trillion. But see, a lot of people in America are still under the impression that it was only that $3.2 trillion. They forget that it was actually standing there 6.5. You know, with that kind of money that supposedly got just thrown out into the ether, there shouldn't have been the problems in America with, you know, people going homeless, starvation, and this, that, and the other like there was for those 2 years.
Well, we all know that's not where the money was going. The money was going to big businesses.
Well, it was being laundered and funneled through foreign interest, military aid, and all this other shit overseas, and then a lot of it went right back into the politicians' pockets.
Oh yeah. And I mean, if you think about what inflation is, it robs the lower and middle class, and it makes the rich richer, makes their assets more valuable.
Now, just work with me on this one, all right? Now, think of the possibility that we've been told since 2015, or what was it, 2016? No, it's 2008 when the housing bubble happened. 2008. Ever since 2008 when the housing bubble happened and we went in that first part of what was supposed to be a double-dip recession, remember? Because we never had the second dip.
Yeah. No, I see where you're going. The bubble never ended. It just inflated. We just kept pumping it.
And what I think was going on is, even though it looked like there were good business deals being made by the president and Congress, so to speak, what was going on is the stocks and the economy was being artificially inflated.
Yeah, it was artificial. It was a fake high.
And that's how we ended up with the whole 2020 epidemic that we came across. That way they could use that as the excuse on why everything's falling apart now.
To pop the bubble. 100%, yeah.
And then it's the biggest theft of Americans' wealth. I mean, that's our money they stole. That is the biggest fucking heist ever pulled on the American people. Because none of that money went to the American people.
Really? On the world.
I mean, think about this. They're giving billions of dollars to other countries and putting in their pockets while they were handing American citizens that they told they couldn't go to work by threat of being arrested at that point.
Yep.
$1,500 and made them sit and wait 6 months before they gave them $1,500.
The small businesses, while the big corporations took up all that, all those consumers.
You know, and if you recall, that was also the biggest loss in small business. We lost something like 30 million small businesses that will never come back, that we'll never see again.
Yeah, plus the Summer of Love. That was a death blow.
But J6 was the biggest threat on democracy the world's ever seen.
Oh, it was worse than 9/11.
Dude, it was worse than Pearl Harbor. It was worse than the Civil War.
Dude, some guy stole a podium.
Hold on, Red. Hold on, real quick. Snowman, let me ask you something. So, with all this information you guys are talking about, how does somebody move intelligently within this situation, or is it just a situation where we just fuck?
No, what you do is you worry about you and yours, dude. That's what you do at this point. You try to find like-minded people to engage with that can give you, ideas and give you options on how you can, survive what's about. Because look, dude, I'm here to tell you that I think 2023 is going to be a make or break year. You're going to see what kind of mental tenacity and muster men can get, because 2023 is going to be rough.
Winter's going to be bad with the energy crisis.
If you don't have shit stocked up, and I advise anybody, if you got extra cash coin laying around, go and fucking stock up on canned goods and non-perishable food. That way you can eat.
Even if it's just like a month.
I mean, really, in all reality, everybody should have at least 6 months worth of food in their house to live off of. But the truth of the matter is we know that most Americans don't have enough food in their house to get by for 3 days.
All right,
most Americans don't even have savings.
Before y'all get all the way into it, because I know Op is back in and out. Op, you back in? I know his shit's going out, but let's see. Lovelace said, "Man, Trump has a game plan that a lot of us wish we had." Did he read this one?
No.
Okay.
I put it up there on the screen.
Okay, go ahead. You back? Go on. You back? I thought you had went out for a second.
No, he was trying to make you read.
No, I did go out for a second. Stupid. Hey, don't y'all like Jay's shirt, man? Give it up to JVJ, man. He got a nice collar shirt.
That is actually a nice polo, dude.
That's what we were saying.
Actually, I think I'm gonna take a play out of your playbook, dude. And I told the wife I'm gonna go to Goodwill and get me some decent polos to start wearing.
Man, look, I had this shirt for years, man. I just don't never wear it, but I had to wear it today.
Why can't you take a compliment, man? Damn.
I don't like compliments. I keep telling people that all the time. Don't give me compliments.
Whatever you snaggletooth motherfucker. Eat shit.
Hey, look, people in the comment section.
You say thank you for your service. He said thanks for the paycheck.
Every time, man. I don't
Actually,
like compliments, man.
Hey, dude, I've talked to a lot of vets, dude, and they would prefer. A lot of them said rather than you thanking them for their service, they'd rather you show them that you appreciate their service and your actions.
Actions speak louder than words, man.
Yeah, don't patronize me. But Lovelace said, man, Trump has a game plan that a lot of us wish we had. Have y'all heard about this golf spot that is now burial ground and he doesn't pay any more taxes on it ever?
Oh yeah, you can do that. You can do that on your property too.
I'm trying to see if I can get my backyard to a
Shut
burial
up, Red.
ground. Real talk.
No, they got laws against it.
Shut up, Red.
Red, wait, man, damn. Then Lovelace also said, facts, you and yours, like-minded individuals stick together. Facts, grow your own so you can feed you and yours. Facts speaking facts. And she also said, my fault, I don't mean to overload the chat. However, it's a good conversation going on. I appreciate it. I would tell you to come up, Lovelace, but I'm guessing you said something about working. I mean, if you come up, you come on up and, throw your 2 cents into the game. I also would like to, if you want to, Lovelace, I will also get your opinion on what we was talking about also with the video before we veered off. We do that.
Well, actually, it isn't a left turn because even the shit that you talk about is all tied into this anyhow. It's all one and the same. It really is. It's all different cogs, part of one great big machine.
Quick question. What were y'all talking about? Because I
went
from for a second.
Talking about rappers, talking about hood culture, talking about things in the hood.
I got all that.
Then somehow we got onto how the government is corrupt, just like them, and then how they spend money overseas and tax codes.
Somebody brought up the Ukraine, and then we're where we are.
Oh Lord Jesus, this video is about to get demonetized. Why the hell did y'all even bring up
Listen,
Ukraine?
Snowman has already said it like 5 times.
Snowman, why the fuck, man? This is no.
I didn't know. Look, I really didn't know that was a no word now. How are you supposed to? No,
on
dude,
your 5th channel. You on your 5th fucking channel. You talking about you didn't know
dude,
that?
I'm on my 3rd for one. And how is it that you can't talk about something that's actually being discussed in the news?
The same way.
Yeah, what can you talk about a country? What about the our country?
You talking about Russia?
No, I wouldn't say that. More like Usher.
No, you can say Russia.
You better start calling it Usher. You better start calling it Usher.
You can say Ukraine too, but I'm saying y'all said y'all were talking about it. That's the issue. Lead that shit alone,
it wasn't so much talking about it, but talking about the type of. How do I want to word this, Red?
Yeah. You look like you searching for words right now, man. Hold up, man. I can't.
The type of establishment that is overseeing the situation as it is.
You talking about communist countries?
That we are currently funding, and that the majority of the black community supports.
Okay, the host is about to get this in order.
Yeah. So let's do. We'll save the rest of that for the back chat because we're about to end this shortly. But let's just go back to the main conversation we were having because all the stuff we're talking about, I think it has to do with being knowledgeable to even be able to do protection. So I want to get y'all guys' opinions on this. Far as the situation, like for as a man paying attention to what he needs to pay attention to so he can protect his family and things of that nature. And unfortunately, we see with this young guy, which I'm getting tired of seeing the same shit happen fucking over and over and over again, of course. So we're going to make it to a bigger conversation about us as men. So I want to get you guys and whoever want to jump in on this can. What do you think about the situation as far as how do you move in your life to make sure you do your best to not have to have those same risks in life? I know we ain't rappers and superstars, but what do you guys do in your own life?
Don't wear gold chains at Roscoe's.
That's actually good advice.
I mean, ain't no Roscoe's where I live at.
Well, the first thing is we need to stop pretending as if these people that a lot of the culture idolizes and emulates is in any way, shape, or form, relevant to our lifestyle and who we are. People need to stop using pop culture as their reference on how to be a man, especially men. They need to stop looking to pop culture as the go-to guidebook on what it is to be a man, a father, or a decent human being. Straight up.
So what you got on that, Red?
I would agree with that. It's also important to notice the propaganda where you see it. Like a lot of these record labels that promote these rappers that you see talking about the things that they do are also heavily invested in the private prison industry, which means they make money off of young people doing stupid shit. And you have to, just take it all with a grain of salt. I actually defend rap music to a lot of people that come after it. I even think you should be able to, talk about whatever you want, but you just have to notice what it is and what its purpose is. And that right now, it's culture killing garbage.
Okay. Death Note, you got something on it?
Hark, said the Raven.
Death Note, you there? Okay, I guess he's just gonna go ahead and leave me on red, huh? All right, so let me go ahead and read what's in the chat real quick. Lovely says y'all best start watching these garden videos instead of rap videos. I hear you on that one. She also said I was speaking roundabouts, no need to spell it out for the haters that like to come get at your channel for speaking truths and opinions. Always come in peace. And she said, yes, sir, I'm working. Hopefully next time I can come up. Yeah, we look forward to it because you actually talking some knowledgeable thing. We like to hear when women got sense. She also said, back to the topic at hand, please. Amen. And women have the conversation up front and at first. If you understand that it's dangerous out here, please listen to one another. It's important. It's too important not to. Men and women talk plain talk. Have the damn safety conversation like they used to do us when we were kids. Stranger danger, damn it. That's some real shit. I think that, also what gets on my nerves with this shit, like we got so many real things going on. And I definitely understand why people say with the whole celebrity thing, pop culture and all of that shit, rap, whatever, don't follow that because their mindsets are not the same thing. When we can sit there and talk about what's going on in Flint, and then you got these other cats out here flossing chains, money, and all of that thing. It's a lot of shit going on. I'm not saying you got to go save everybody else. You got to make sure your family's straight and all of that. But it's a different situation when you put your fucking family in danger.
Yeah.
Being
compare it to other communities. Like if this was a different community suffering a water crisis, everyone else would pitch in, and that would be solved by now.
That's something to really take into consideration, especially if when you say you love your people. I know other people, communities and things have their own issues that they got to work on, but at the same time, we can't say one thing, but we're doing another. It's about fucking actions. Like that's the biggest thing that you got to take into consideration. And that's another thing. Rap has really changed. So y'all bring up some good points, especially when you talk about the interest that a lot of these labels have in prison systems. You even got Michael Jordan that has a lot of money into those prison systems. So the first time he actually donates to some shit.
And think about how many people. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You good.
Every time you buy a pair of Jordans, you're putting a brother in the prisons.
No, I was gonna say, think about how many people have went to jail over a pair of Jordans.
Or died.
I'm just saying, for me personally, I'm getting sick and fucking tired of seeing these quote unquote, what do they call themselves, influencer panels where they're talking about the relationship dynamic of Michael P. Jordan and his fiance or his girlfriend who didn't accept his proposal, or the Will and Jada shit, as if it really fucking matters and it really fucking affects any of you. And like even if you were in a functional relationship, your relationship is in any way, shape, or form equivalent to them, because trust me, I'm married. I've been with my wife for 10 years, and those motherfuckers over there in Hollywood, they're separated from me. They've lost touch with reality. You got to remember, pop culture, and most of the people part of pop culture in Hollywood, their job is to lie to you, to provide you with an illusion. Why are you listening to them? Why are you using them as your your idea of what perfect America is. Someone who literally puts on a show and lies to you and gives you the illusion of what they want you to think a structured and safe society is.
It's Brave New World. We live in a celebrity worshiping culture, and if you don't believe in a god, you believe in something, whether you know it or not, and that's what a lot of celebrities are exalted to now.
I tell you what, if people actually took as much time and effort and energy that they put in knowing what's going on with Kim Kardashian and whether or not Caitlyn's going to get bottom surgery or not, if they put that much time and effort into getting to know their neighbors and their own children, the world will be a better place.
Real shit. That's where it starts, at fucking home. It freaking starts at home. But a lot of people are overlooking that. Like this is the thing that really bothers me. With all the back and forth with men and women, children are the ones that are getting neglected the most. Nobody's actually really speaking about it. Like, I'm starting to see people call adults out for that shit because it's more so, oh, you don't know what they was going through. Okay, well, what the kids going through? Like, that's not even a factor anymore. Like, the fact that you can see online females tattooing their fucking babies. Are you kidding me? And nobody called child services on this woman? How is that even possible? So she's making the child look like the same piece of shit type of trash dude that was his father that fucking left him high and dry.
I got some homework for everybody to do. All right, all the people that that are close to you that have kids, go and ask them what their kid's favorite superhero is, what their kid's favorite color is, what their favorite sport is, what their favorite video game is, and see if they know the answer. After you ask them, go ask their kid and see if they got right. See how much they actually know about their own kids.
I remember one time, just keeping it real, I had to have this argument, and my son had got older, so I had it with him, but I knew where it came from. I was shopping one time, and I was trying to buy him some shirts and stuff, and I was like, "Hey man, do you still wear a medium, or do you try to wear larges and stuff now?" And he was like, he don't know. I'm like, you kidding, right?
How do you not know what size clothes you wear, moron?
I'm like, you know what I mean? But I know where it came from because if he was staying with me, it would have been.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I just figured out what size I wore like five years ago.
Jesus Christ, dude.
You just
before
15, so it's okay, Red. You just turned 15. We understand.
No, I figured out what size I was when I was like 17.
Are you
before that, I was just wearing whatever.
Red, are you just now starting to smell yourself?
No, I just graduated into medium. I got baby Jordans.
What the hell y'all talking about, man?
Yeah, baby Jordan. Real quick, let me go to the chat real quick, guys, before we get up out of here. Let me see where we at. All right, so Lovelace, you got a lot to say. I can't wait till you get on the panel next time. She said, respectfully, last but not least, ladies, if you must challenge your man, please do that shit at home in a safe space. You just may save both of your lives. Then she also said, not the jailbait Jordans. Oh my gosh, yeah, them the jailbaits. That's why I'm glad I don't wear those. When I had probably like 3 pairs of my whole life. She also said, please let me know when these two are on the panel again. I would love to engage.
She's talking about me and Red, just so you know.
Yeah, fuck both of y'all. Then she also said, great live.
Hey, you're lucky we're over here, man.
So glad that JBJ came up on my shorts today, like he popped up out of nowhere. And I am truly grateful. Great conversation. Big salute, brother. Oh, okay, JBJ. It's JBJ, y'all. Then she also said, I respectfully disagree. Some of these kids aren't getting neglected. Some of these kids are more on the bullshit than the parents are. Some of these little badasses, little spirits, been here before.
Hold on. Before you get in that last comment, hold on. I don't care what you say as a parent.
Wait. Hold on, Snowman. I was gonna go back. I was gonna read the last one, then go back because I had something to say on that one. And then she said, "Man, I'm hollering. You just found out your size. Get the heck out of here." Well, Lovelace, Red Illusion just turned like 19, I think.
No, I said 5 years ago when I was 17.
Yeah, I'm saying you just turned 19. Lovelace. So we're gonna go back to that comment. Snowman, you say you want to say something to that?
Yes, I do, because here's the truth of the matter.
Back up off your mic.
Well, is that better? I'm sorry.
Hell yeah, that's way better.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
God damn, he all up in that. Yeah, look, you sound good right here, bro. Y'all hear me?
Fuck you. Look, dude, I'm a singer. I'm used to having to eat the mic.
God damn.
But anyhow, this is the thing, all right? Kids have one option in life: to do what the fuck their parents tell them. If kids are actually being little badass, neglectful, or piece of shit, evil spirits, then the parents failed them, because you as a parent are the one that is supposed to guide your children. Straight up, there's no one to blame but you. Everything starts and ends with you as the parent. Sitting and passing the accountability off to a child. I'm sorry, I can't get down with that.
Nope.
Well, you got to admit, some of these spirits have been here before.
Yeah, well, look, dude, I'm not saying that they aren't little bastards, dude, but they got that way because their parents allowed them to and didn't stop it before it got started.
Right, and it becomes something that you can't control.
And then you also got to think about this. Look at that movie I spoke about a moment ago about Cuties. The fact that parents will let their little girls under 12 get into some movie fucking like that.
The fact that people would even write that.
That's on the parents. Yeah.
Well,
like,
look, that's why.
That mindset?
And now we're at this place where you got during Skittles month where you got 12, 13, 14-year-old boys dressed up like Transformers on a pole for adults. I'm just saying. This shit's getting out of hand.
Dwayne Wade.
It's getting real Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, we can't pass the blame off to them because, I mean, then what? Like, that's why I say it's on the parents.
Children only know what they've been taught.
That's it. They go off their environment. Yeah. Now this is my thing, because I hear parents say this, and I'm like, bullshit. Unless your children are fucking grown and out of your house, and you raise them best as you could, not just meaning I did the best I could, not that bullshit, meaning you paid attention to their grades, you paid attention, went to school, talked to the teachers, had them in after school activities, they was actually getting good grades, they was well behaved under your roof. Once they become adults, they're out of your house, and then they get with the wrong crowd, that's the only fucking time you can say, hey, that motherfucker.
Now that's a candy bar.
That motherfucker in jail now. He went when he was 25, 30. That ain't got shit to do with me. Y'all see what happened when he was under my roof. Like, that's
you want to know why you got all these badass little kids? This is why. Because you got all these fucking liberal, woke-ass fucking moron, progressive fucking parents that want to give their 2-year-old, who doesn't even know how to speak yet, options.
Yeah.
This is the only option you have in my house, to do what the fuck I told you to do. That's it. You don't have no other option. America might be a free place, but my house is communist as fuck.
No socialism here. All right, so let me see. And real quick, she said, come on now, that heaven breathing had character. I don't know who the fuck was doing all that heaven breathing. That was you, JBJ? And then he said...
No, he did it after you said cuties. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, Jason. All right, then she said, okay, now, who do we really control, our kids or not? We cannot control anyone. Hey.
Well, it's also Munchausen syndrome.
Democrat.
Munchausen.
Munchausen syndrome. And if you don't believe that parents will make their kids' lives hell just to get attention, look at all those little girls that were in beauty pageants just like 10 years ago.
Look at all these little boys that are dressing like girls because their mom convinced them that because they wanted to play with their sister's Barbie that now they're a girl.
Alicia Keys.
You know, when I was a kid, if a girl played... Hey, dude, when I was a kid, if my sister played with my toys, then she was a tomboy. Not a guy trapped in a girl's body.
What the hell happened to tomboys?
Yeah, you don't hear that shit no more. Now you're like a stud.
It used to be kids were allowed to be kids. Now we got to sit and psychoanalyze kids being kids, and because they're doing something that you, quote unquote, say you wouldn't do as an adult because you've lost that. They're not
supposed to do that.
Well, that's what I was getting to, because you as an adult lost that childlike innocence.
And you're trying to superimpose that on the child that just wants to play with butterflies.
Look, dude, I had something happen to me that I witnessed that was one of the greatest things I ever saw in my life, and it really kind of changed my outlook on children. My son, I don't know if you guys have ever seen him, but he is a fucking basically see-through albino redhead. All right. When we moved to Indiana, the one thing I told my wife is I wanted to make sure that we moved to a place where he went to a school that was culturally diverse. I wanted him to not just be around a bunch of fucking, other ignorant white people and grow up to be an ignorant white person with all these, typical, tropes about people. I wanted him to actually be immersed around other individuals. When he was in preschool, he was one of 2 white kids out of 14 or 15 kids in his preschool. The rest of them were either Mexican or black, all right? I got pictures of all these kids and my son hugging each other and shit. Literally like they were all friends. And you want to know what's crazy? None of them, not a single one of them, when you saw them out there in the schoolyard playing and engaging with each other, not a single one of them, ages 3 to 5, saw this racial dynamic that separated them and made them different. Not a single one. They didn't notice it. They didn't recognize it. It wasn't a part of anything. They were just kids playing. It's us, adults and parents, that teach our kids this fucking racial divide and hate. That opened my eyes to real big right there, dude, when I saw that and saw how all these kids were engaging.
All right, guys, this has been a great show. We're going to have to make sure we do this again. Lovely says she is so close to say drop the link. Please make a part 2 on the children's subject.
Hey, drop the back chat for her.
She's working right now. She can't even come up. So I appreciate y'all guys for showing up. JBJ, you got anything coming tomorrow or Saturday? I want you to go ahead and speak on that real quick before we get out of here.
Tomorrow, y'all, I'm contemplating, to be honest with you, whether I'm gonna do, because like the Friday Funny is gonna be like a toss up here and there from now on, but I might have something, if something like touches my soul and touches my heart tomorrow, I might do something. But Saturday, y'all are definitely gonna get a show over here on the JVJ network. Somebody's eating and smacking, man. That's Angry Man because he all snowman.
You keep calling me fucking Angry Man. I swear to God, I'm gonna find out where you live.
Yeah, look, man, you keep smacking all up on that mic like that, man. I'm gonna say something too, man. I don't know what's going on around here.
You keep miss fucking naming me, and you're gonna have issues.
You ain't say nothing to Op when he said that shit earlier.
Op corrects himself.
No, you didn't.
I don't understand why you keep calling me. I said Snowman. Call me Snowman. Call me Snowman. I'm fucking dude. I make it very evident that I'm white as snow. Call me Snowman.
I don't see color.
That's called dead naming on Twitter.
Dude, that's racist right there. Just saying you don't see color.
Hey, who I learned that shit from?
He's fucking stupid. Anyways, go back.
But look, man. Look, tomorrow.
That's some black supremacy right there with your fucking black privilege.
It might be, man. Look, I'm a somewhat handsome black man. But look, I will let y'all know tomorrow. Well, y'all will see whether a post pops up for us doing something on the JVJ network or on Let's Talk with JVJ possibly tomorrow. But Saturday, y'all are definitely gonna be tuned in because we're gonna do a show, and Sunday's a toss up either. But make sure y'all also tune in on Tuesday on the Let's Talk channel, because we're gonna be doing this.
I don't do shit on Taco Tuesday, but eat tacos.
Hey man, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. But that's the sports day that we do now, since we got an NFL and college going on. But all in all, tomorrow, question mark.
It's up in the air. All right, y'all, we about to get up out of here. Make sure you subscribe to the Let's Talk with JVJ channel, Out from the Norm 18, as well as the JVJ network. Every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, I'm doing a show like I'm doing tonight. So definitely make sure y'all catch it. And my boy, Jay, he be doing a show on Wednesday nights on Let's Talk with JVJ at 7 Standard Time. Is it Central? Central Time, right? Central Time.
Look, he go. Just say yours for the network, and yeah, because I already got the outro and everything to cover that.
You got the outro, so y'all pay attention to the outro. All right, catch y'all next time.
Hey, hold on, and Come check out my channels, man. Got the
Oh shit! My bad. My bad.
Which one is up?
I got both of them up now.
Oh hell yeah! Because I tried
Both
looking
of them
them
are-
up a few days ago.
Well, I just got off my ban on the main channel. The main channel, I'm going to focus on just doing shit with me and the boy. I'm going to do streams with him right now. I'm going to keep it all lighthearted since they're trying to shut that channel down, and I'm going to put all the, the real heavy talks that I like to have on the backup channel until my 90 days is up. But hit my main channel is the Angry Snowman. The Angry Snowman. Just type that in. It'll pop right up. And the other one is Angry Snowman, Roman numeral 2. So Angry Snowman, capital I, capital I.
All right. Look, Lovelace said, "All man Saturday I have church." Just joking. I'll be looking out. I'm about to say, what you a 7-day evangelist? And then she also said
Jehovah's Witness.
Friday, okay, Jehovah's Witness too. Do Friday FK days. Drop the link and let's talk about it. Just suggestions. That could possibly be some. I'll probably try to put some up, and we could just do a call in on Friday tomorrow if that comes down to it. Because I had a lot of people in them short comments talking shit, and then she was saying channels. I'm listening, so I guess you got her. You shouted out your Snowman, Anger Man, but besides that, I know. And then what else you had? Anybody else you wanted to go to?
That's it. We can go ahead and get up out of here. We can wrap it up. Appreciate.
I would have been your daddy, Jay, if that dog didn't beat me over the fence.
Oh man, look, he just want to have a good kid.
We out here.
Hey, look, y'all. Appreciate y'all. We gonna catch y'all on the next one as always, man.
Peace.